everybody. Oh, there we go. Good evening, everybody. That was some good ass music.
It was.
And it's back. It's back. I love it. On beat too. George is a master.
Who told them to give 3 children adults?
They're like, you guys are prime contention to have your own show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Calls from Beyond. I'm your host, Austin from the Truly Bizarre, joined by our most magnificent co-host, Miss Noah from the Black Cauldron.
Hey, y'all. Hey.
And a familiar face in the back with Mr. George.
Yes.
And then an even more familiar face with Mr. Fresh.
Hey, what's happening?
Fresh.
Mr. Fresh is in the building. I know people are excited about that one. Welcome. We have some big things to announce today. Well, really, just one big thing to announce.
Yeah.
It sounds like your trip's filling up, though.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I had some people like, I'm going to wait till I get my income taxes. I'm going to wait
It
till...
might not be there.
No, it's not going to be there because we have less than 10 spots at this point. So
Damn. Okay.
y'all booking it out. Y'all doing y'all big one. And I learned how to use Discord as I announced when I came in. I'm very proud of myself. Thank you, Max, for teaching me. Okay, so we're in the chat.
We are in the chat.
Yes, we are in the Discord, and the ladies that are going or that are in the Discord are trying to get us to fuck around and find out. I promise. They're like, let's go to the Ghost Palace Hotel. And I'm like,
Why? I mean,
I
I'm
would.
game for it.
I know. I'm scaredy cat, but I'll still do it.
Yeah. So another big announcement. We have a Patreon now for Calls from Beyond, and we just recorded. We just did our first bonus episode. So with the Patreon, we are doing a show that is only for Patreon.
Yes.
And it's not paranormal. I mean, it can be paranormal, but
We was talking about everything.
we're talking about everything. So
Little Blake Lively expert over here.
little Blake Lively expert over here.
He's been fell down the rabbit hole
I did.
of the Blake Lively mean girl beef.
Yep. But so right now, Mari just posted it. There's a Patreon right there. It'll be the same thing for YouTube members, which actually we're less than 200 watch hours away now from YouTube members. So we should probably hit that tonight.
Hey.
But that's a way for you to support the channel. There's 2 membership tiers. First one is $5. It comes with everything. The second one is $10. It's just if you want to show a little more support. But with that, you'll get those videos. You'll also get anything we do early.
Yep.
Because we do plan on having guests and all that sorts of stuff. But we're currently live on all 3 platforms. So if you're watching right now on the Black Cauldron or Truly Bizarre, you got about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and
go over to Calls from Beyond. And I have a lot of newbies on my chat. They're like, we don't know what we're watching, but we're here. Thank you for the support.
Yes.
So if you are new here, this is the Calls from Beyond show. I have been talking about it for weeks now on my videos, and this is where people call in and tell us their creepy cryptid stories live. If you would like to call in, you can use the number at the bottom of your screen. If you would like to skip the line, it is $10 Cash App. We are not monetized on
YouTube yet.
quite yet on that page. Usually it's a $10 super chat. So
Yes. And that is to $ Calls from Beyond, capital C, capital F, capital B. It's $10 to skip the line, but it is completely free to call in. You can use that number down below. George, we already have people in the call?
Yes, we have 2 callers. Thank you guys for waiting patiently in
Yes.
silence and realizing that we started and that George probably didn't do his job. Thank you for telling me. And now we're back. You guys
Somebody's
can
already
hear
asking
us.
for the merch link. I mean, I'm wearing a hat right now.
Yes.
George is wearing a shirt. I am an awful friend, and I forgot your guys' box. So, but I have your merch. It's
one job,
the
sir.
one job I had. One job I had. But Mari is on top of it, and so she linked it right there.
Yes.
We have hats. We have shirts. We have stickers. I think we have a tote bag if you go to
Yeah.
Trader Joe's a lot.
Yep.
I mean,
I travel a lot, so
it's probably good
yeah,
for
it's
that.
probably good for that.
Make sure you guys aren't like us. Don't order your stuff with Austin so he can forget it because
Hey, no.
this has been the longest
Hey.
6 months of my life. You know, I could have went to China and got it myself.
In Austin's defense, yeah, right.
The first
In Austin,
time they messed it up.
They messed
Yeah.
it up. Like they kept
They sent it to
delivering
Sticky Paws.
Yeah.
Well, no, they were gonna deliver it to Sticky Paws, and we were still there at the time.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, we couldn't find it, so we sent it back.
That's crazy.
What? So, but yeah, merch is up. And speaking of merch, I did send out on Monday. I did send out everybody's merch from the giveaway, which we will be doing a giveaway again today.
Yes, today we have another giveaway.
Yes. So, but you can only do that on the Calls from Beyond. We'll only announce how to do that on the Calls from Beyond
Yep.
channel. So if you're not already there, You got about another 2 minutes before we close off the other streams and head over there. But wow, last week was we had some crazy calls last week.
Oh my goodness.
That psychic medium one was crazy enough as it is.
I enjoyed her call so much.
Yes.
Just picking her brain. She did email me, and I have not forgot about you, girl. I've been so busy, like just busy. But a lot of the people that said they were going to email me followed up and actually emailed me. So thank you guys.
Oh, good.
So yeah, I'm excited to
We even
hear
got to see a
what
ghost last week.
Oh, we did get to see a
we
ghost.
did see some creepy stuff. Which,
Yeah.
by the way, if you want us to watch something or look at something, you can send us your videos or images to callsfrombeyond@gmail.com.
Yep.
We'll probably pull them up on the show, or we could even do it on the extra show for Patreon members.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, we're definitely not going to shy away if you have ghost footage.
Yeah, no, for sure. Someone that called in last week that's a really good patron / friend of mine had a little bit of a ghost in her house, and she showed us on Patreon yesterday, and she didn't tell me anything. She just likes to send shit, like, ma'am, warn me because you sent this picture, and was like, boom, there goes the picture. I said, what is that in the doorway? She's like, exactly. But this is also the same patron that I had a reading with today, and she's like, who's that man behind you?
Oh no! Oh my god!
I said, what fucking man? What man?
Mr. Fresh ain't behind me.
Right,
No,
he was
Keep in mind,
on-
I was doing dialysis.
Yes.
actively
Right,
at the
you're
time,
locked
I'm,
in.
I'm stuck in a chair.
Yeah. And so I'm like, oh,
It's
what are you
George.
talking about? Because at first I took her, I was, FaceTiming her, and I go into my office. She's like, who's that behind you? And I'm like, quit playing. I don't like that. It's like, come on now. Come on. And then we went back into my room, and behind me, she's like, there's a black man behind you. Gee,
Now, Austin,
thanks.
Could you imagine, bro, being on dialysis and being stuck in a chair and finding out that there's ghosts in your brand new house?
No, you gotta. That's.
I said, that's just my ancestor,
you gotta
but thank
breathe
you.
and just
Right.
pray.
I said, no, but it's cool because it's my ancestors, but I'm glad she told me that because, I don't want them in my bedroom. So I have to make sure I tell them, y'all keep y'all asses in y'all room. I gave y'all a room. Like, come on, my kids ain't even got their own room, but y'all got y'all own room. Stay back there. So,
Damn.
but yeah, you ready to make the
Yeah,
the
I
move
think
over?
we already got our first Cash App of the night from Alan.
Shout out to Alan.
Thank you, Alan.
Alan, we're going to get to you first, but real quick, we're just going to go ahead and close off the call, or not the calls from Beyond Stream. As we close off the calls from Beyond Stream.
On my, we're gonna close out mine, and then in order for you to get, if you're not already subscribed to the Calls from Beyond, make sure you exit out of the chat. It is linked in the title. Go over there because I'm about to end this live stream over here. Please migrate. You don't want to miss these creepy calls. Did you ever figure out about the Cash App that you got from the other?
Yeah, I sent it back. It was to, let me see here. It was to Diamond. Diamond
Okay.
sent a super chat on Friday, or a $10 Cash App, because of the replay episode, and I sent one back saying it was a replay. Do you want to use this during tonight's call? So, I mean, if Diamond, if you're in the chat right now,
Yeah.
if you want to let us know, I'm more than happy to credit you and just let you call in tonight with that. But yeah, I sent it back, and I didn't hear anything else. So,
All right, we going over there.
yep.
Thank you so much, Cassie. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to all of my new members. I appreciate it. Also, we'll discuss what Cassie just said about me making comical relief on all scary
That's the way
videos
we
over
cope.
there. That's the way we cope. So come on, let's go over to Calls from Beyond, please.
Yep.
All right.
Same thing for Truly Bizarre. We're going over there.
Alrighty, people. See you on the other side.
I'll see you in 2 minutes.
For Scotland.
This is what we wait for. Every Tuesday, we wait till very late at night to hear spooky stories.
So, welcome to Calls from Beyond, everybody. This is the main channel. Real quick, we're going to get to Alan ASAP and make sure we get that call. But we're doing a giveaway again tonight. We're picking 3 winners for some merch. And what you have to do is you have to be subscribed to Calls from Beyond on YouTube. Then you have to join the Discord. Once you're in the Discord, you're going to take a screenshot of you following the show, Calls from Beyond, on Spotify, and you're going to post that in there is in the server there is a giveaway entries, and you can see people posting their screenshots. That's it. And at the end of the night, we're gonna pick 3 of you to win some merch. We had 3 winners last week. They're gonna be getting their stuff. I think probably beginning of next week.
Yes. Uh-oh, they starting that bullshit in the chat, George.
Of what?
Where's sexy George? We're not doing that today. Okay.
All right, crazy cat lady. You need
Crazy
to calm
cat
down.
lady. He got a crazy girlfriend, all right now. Don't have her come up here and
This could
burn
be a
all
good
of this
fight.
down.
No, I think this could be a good fight. I might want to see
This might be a good fight.
You better hope she's not sniffing catnip.
Right. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we joined,
Let your nails
this
grow
is
out
something
that
we
long.
didn't talk about. Diamond said if we joined last time, are we still on the wheel? Do we want to do that?
The
If they,
people that didn't win?
yeah, if they entered last week.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one
It's only
big ass
fair.
wheel.
Okay.
But you're
Dana,
right.
I think you still have the note, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, you
Are you
just
serious?
deleted it.
What are
Okay,
you
so
deleting a note for? That is a like megapixel of data.
I have notes from 4 years ago
That
on my
sound bad.
phone.
Don't we pay for your storage?
All right, no,
She's dying over here.
Yeah, I can't out her like that here.
Okay, so if you were here last week, well, I can't. You guys, we got to do the honor system. Please don't lie and say you was
Well, we
here
can
last
see.
week.
I can see everybody on here. You can
Let
see
me
everybody
see.
who entered.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, Danette, if you go to the Discord, you can see everybody who entered. Now, what about people who won last week?
Nope. Take them out.
They have to re-enter.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't even want them to re-enter. It
Okay.
would
We
be
don't
fair.
need them. Yeah,
Okay.
let some new people
They already
win
got
it.
merch, free merch. Whether it was, the person that got a sticker probably wants a T-shirt, but you know, let's make it fair for the new people.
Okay. Diamond
is the
Watson,
one who
is that
sent
the
the
one
money,
who
right?
sent the money?
It doesn't have a last name.
I don't. She's in the chat,
I
so
don't
that's
see a
why
lot
I'm
of
wondering.
Diamonds.
Yeah.
Diamond's the ones asking.
Diamond, did you send over a Cash App last week
on Friday.
on Friday?
on Friday for $10, and you got a $10 or a $1
Yes.
Cash App back.
You got a $1 Cash App back, possibly. Hey, Max. Hey.
Maxi girl.
All right. Well, while we're getting all that figured out, we can go ahead and bring Alan in. Thank you so much for your patience and for the super chat. We'll go ahead and get your call going.
0009 *6 to unmute yourself.
Tell her she's gonna have a sister wife.
Oh my God, that's what I was laughing at. He unmuted too quick.
Hello.
Caller,
Hello.
you're in the room.
Hello. Sorry, it's gonna be like super quick because I'm on my way to go work out. So just trying to unbake this back of mine.
Of course.
But I live out here in Las Vegas. I know that you all do too.
Yes.
I can actually, like me personally, I can see ghosts. I can sense ghosts, and I can also see people's energy and also kind of like use their energy for my own good or whatever. But I don't do that. But I do want to talk about like a story because I know Noah, you mentioned or you did a video about duendes and stuff like that. Well, I'm half Black, half Filipino. My dad's side of the family, they practice like some of them practice like voodoo and roots, and then my mom's side, my grandma is psychic. She can read palms, she can see ghosts. So back in 2009, my two little sisters and I, we went to Kellogg Park. If you guys are familiar with that park, it's right there off of Buffalo and Washington. So so this is like in 2009, like summer of 2009. And, you know, we were just going to go to the park to hang out. Filipino superstition is, you know, anytime that you walk underneath a tree or, you know, you walk by a bush or something, you have to kind of like say a little saying. And my mom always tells us to say this because my mom is always like, you're going to disturb the encanto, which is somewhat like a spirit that lives in the tree, or the duendes that, you know, that lives by the bush. So basically, long story short, we're walking through the park. We decide not to follow the sidewalk, and we just cut right through like the rocks and everything. So fast forward to later on that night, everything is perfectly fine. My little sister, my youngest sister, ends up waking up with her eye swollen shut, the back of her legs with a whole bunch of rashes. My mom's first instinct was, you guys did something wrong. You know, my mom was just like, okay, go to your Lola's house. My grandma could, you know, do a candle reading. And so what my grandma did was she took a white candle and did her overall divination through that, read the candle. My grandma had no inkling of what we did. My grandma was like, you guys went to the park and your little sister hit a spirit, a little girl, in the eye, but she also disturbed a home. And that is why my little sister's legs ended up getting all like with a whole bunch of rashes and everything. So we ended up going to the park, telling my little sister's spirit to come on home in Filipino. And when I tell you, like 2 days later, like the rashes just went away. My little sister's eye, like the swelling went down that same day. And we had to go to the park, give all these offerings of like bread, food, and then take one of my little sister's shirts, bring it with us, and just like say to my little sister's spirit, come on home and everything. So, yeah.
I had no idea that was a part of Filipino culture, that you believe like you can, like the spirit can leave the body, so to speak, I guess. Or I knew you guys knew about the Duendes. I knew that, but this is probably the first person that comes from or has people in that region that has called in and said anything like regarding Filipino culture, which is crazy. Y'all got some heat down there.
And there's a lot. Like I have like a lot of stories like I could definitely share with you all. But I'm actually about to pull up here to my workout. But here's another quick story I can tell you all is on my trip back home from Hawaii. So it just literally happened this year. I went to Hawaii for my birthday, my 32nd birthday, and my partner and I we come back home. And we decide to do some mushrooms. And so he's downstairs, I'm upstairs, and I'm like, I just want to realign myself. This is a great time for me to just kind of like, you know, meditate and everything because I feel really well. I started noticing like my body like my overall spirit leaving my body, and I could see my overall surroundings. So I guess you would say like I'm astral projecting. But every time like the 2 times that happened, a balloon popped. Like it sounded like a balloon popped. So the first time when that happened, I went out of my office and I told my partner, I'm like, hey, like, did you hear that? And he was like, no. Go back into my office. Start cleansing. I have a white sage incense going and everything, have my crystals with me. Once again, I'm like, I start to feel my body leave. And this time I hear like even a louder, like a balloon pop, and it says, don't do it. And so I completely stopped. And never again have I like even try to attempt to meditate and stuff like that while on mushrooms.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't either. But you know, people, they use mushrooms because it's supposed to put you like in that spiritual kind of realm.
Right.
People microdose and all that other stuff, but saying don't do it, I would have probably not did that if I could do it.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
So I stopped. So I stick to Mary Jane and I just meditate.
Of course. Listen, I don't blame you. I've been a little afraid to try anything outside of that. So, but yeah, thank you so much for calling in and
Have a
telling
good
us
workout.
that. Thank you. I need to go unbig
Yeah,
my
thank
back
you.
too.
And And I will definitely email you a couple more stories
Yes,
because I
please.
do have a lot. I even have one when I walked past by the haunted museum where I almost fainted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Email them to me,
Yeah.
please. I've been asking for stories for a minute because I'm trying to do this big project. I just don't have enough stories quite yet. So please email me.
Will do. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you
Have
all.
a good evening.
Have a good one. Have a good workout too.
Yeah. Oh, Salamat Po.
What is that?
That's like thank you, sir. Or like it
Oh,
shows
okay,
respect
okay.
in Filipino.
So what do you think like the popping was?
I don't know. I have no idea. See, this is why I've always been afraid to do mushrooms, even though I know I just want to try a little bit because they say like I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, I know
I
George
took,
has.
I took some 2 weekends ago.
How was it, George?
It was good, and I usually take more than what I normally did. These literally, it was like 4 capsules, so it was like Cameron and I each took about a gram. And for 2 hours, nothing happened, but I'll tell you what happened over the course of the 2 hours. So, like, we didn't necessarily get wrecked by the mushrooms, but I had a fucking crazy bug up my ass to make chicken parm sandwiches. We go to the store, we buy everything that we need, we make them. I sit down to make these sandwiches, literally the most perfect looking sandwich. As soon as I sat down, I fucking blasted off.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
So you never got a chance to make you said absolutely not.
So I ate it like 2 hours later when I wasn't like wrecked, but we were watching the movie Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell.
Oh,
They go into like a time portal and
Yeah.
they're like fighting like little dinosaur people. Great movie.
Wait a minute. The perfect
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up.
mushroom.
This sounds like you dreamt it on mushrooms, George.
right on me.
I
Wait,
know,
what?
I know. It's such a good film.
So is
Not
the
really.
effects that of like weed or is it just
No, it'll just make your inhibitions like just completely lower. You don't have any care in the world. You'll laugh a lot. It's like riding a roller coaster. You know how you get to the top of the roller coaster and you know like, oh wow, something's about to happen.
Something's about to happen.
And that something is like it's gonna, change me. And
Yeah.
you go through that, you accept it, and then you blast off.
Yeah, there's like
And then
There-
you don't eat the chicken parm
And you
sandwiches
never-
that you spent 2 hours making.
Yep. That's how usually it goes. Because I know like there are retreats, whole retreats where you go just to microdose and
or you do macro dose of
Yeah.
ayahuasca.
oh my gosh, I heard that.
Ayahuasca's great.
I've
I
heard
haven't
some horror
He
and
hasn't done that
some
yet.
amazing stories about that.
I've heard it's like a lot of like ego death
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And like I could just go to therapy and just have them tear me.
I know. I'm kind of scared
because
because there's this place. It's a retreat like on the beach, super luxurious, and
like
you
the
do
retreat
it
in Bali
just like the retreat
that is
in
filling up
Bali.
in spots.
Except mine's is more luxurious than that, you know.
She's not gonna
Minus
be
the
sleeping on
mushroom
on the
because I might
sand.
end up in Indonesian jail for that. But that's all they do. They micro dose and take ayahuasca, whatever, however you say it. But I would be open to do. You wouldn't try it?
Ayahuasca?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
It took me 24 years to try weed.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't start smoking until like 2 years ago, and George
Oh, shit,
finally got me over the edge.
Wow.
It was
I
just
never
one
knew
day
that.
where I was
Peer
like,
pressure.
yeah, he was just like, Austin, just shut up and just try it. And I was like, okay. And then I did. I was like, oh, okay.
You're easily
Really?
influenced.
I'm easily
And
influenced.
You're
we're
easily
stoners.
I have no willpower.
You put a 2-minute pitch into Austin, you can win him over. I'm not.
Oh, you're easy, basically.
yeah.
Yeah. Let the chat do what they will with that information. No, I'm just kidding.
But is there another call?
Yeah, ready for this? Here we go.
Yep.
5150. 5150 star 6 to unmute yourself. You were the first caller to join. I am very observant. I will give you right away right now. 5150. Caller, you're in the room.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, I'm not sure. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
we
Can
can.
you hear me?
Okay, yes, I can. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad that there's a show like this where one can kind of have people to talk to, because I recently, more recently in my adult life, I've been not seeing stuff, but having, seeing stuff. For a while. I thought I was going crazy. And no, it actually is where I work is haunted. And there's been a lot of it's extremely haunted, actually. We have a lot of haunted items too, I've come to find out. And then there's I actually found Noah's YouTube because I thought I was going crazy at one point, and thank you for that. I found the Black Cauldron. So I started kind of binging some of your videos, and it kind of helped me with some things that I was going through because I genuinely thought I was going crazy.
I'm glad I was able to help. And most of the time people think they're going crazy. They're really not crazy. Like, they're really experiencing shit.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have a great community as well. They were keeping me alive in the comments. It wasn't until more recently I found out that there's individuals that maybe practice high volume of witchcraft, I'm talking black magic. And so I was kind of curious for you, Noah, how does one kind of protect themselves? I know some of your videos you referred to closing or covering your head when leaving and walking out of certain rooms backwards. I've started to incorporate that in some of the rooms that are very, very, very haunted.
Yes.
And yeah, so I guess that's more of a question with you, which is kind of my own experience, but yeah.
Are you working in a hotel?
No, I'm actually working in a restaurant, and we have some things that I thought were collectible items, and one of the tables was a Ouija board, and I didn't know that, and so
Girl, God bless you.
People are dining on these tables, and so one of the experience I actually had in the kitchen, I had a whole meltdown. I was outside, I was crying, and I just thank God that there's kind of we have a pinhole fisheye camera. So the GM was able to pull it up, and they were able, some of the kitchen staff as well as the manager, they were able to pull up the video that I experienced. And I mean, I was crying. I was super upset. It was my first experience with something, and I was going to quit.
Yeah.
And I
don't blame you.
Yeah.
I make really good. I make really good money there, and so the general manager talked me into staying. So I'm about 3 months in right now, and I guess I went and I got black onyx. I've been getting super vicious with my stones and keeping them in my apron when I'm serving and stuff like that. But back to the kitchen incident, one of my coworkers came in and she started yelling at the ghost, and I was I've never experienced that before, and I was freaking out. I was having a moment. Yeah, it was kind of they validated everything that was going on, and I ended up speaking to this individual kind of one-on-one. I was outside of the building, mind you. I didn't want to go back in for the rest of my shift, and so we're talking, and she's kind of calming me down, and she's I practice black magic, and I was uh-oh. And then part of my mind, I don't know why, but it crossed my mind how does one know if you've ever been hexed?
Yeah,
I don't know.
As short answer is when everything seems to go wrong in your life. It could be the smallest inconvenience when you're not sleeping well. And when I say it's how the saying is it's always something, and it's literally always something, and it's not something good. Having constant headaches, body aches that are not from a car accident or whatever. You're sleeping, if you're having a lot of bad dreams, if you're seeing people in your dreams, and that that you don't really mess with on a day-to-day basis, that's probably the culprit. But I can honestly say your coworker that practiced dark magic, I think has got a bad rap a little bit. They're like Ouija boards. As long as you don't use them to open up portals, then. But sometimes you do have to use dark magic to do banishing and different things like that. So to answer your question from a little bit earlier, I would be taking a spirit bath after every shift, walking out backwards. I don't know if they require you to wear a hat, but hopefully they do. You know, I was being nosy on my phone. I was trying to Google a restaurant with Ouija board tables so I didn't have to ask where you work, because I'm not going to ask you that. But
Did you find it?
no.
Oh, okay.
I just found more Ouija board tables, and I was like,
And
wait
they're
a
like,
minute.
you want to buy one? You're like, I don't though.
No, but okay, a Ouija board table wouldn't be, it's not terrible. It's just the fact that more than likely, somehow, some way, somebody played on that Ouija board table at one point, because this sounds demonic, like poltergeist type of.
Yeah.
What are some of the items that
Yeah.
are haunted?
So we were gifted some items from Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Oh, God. They're trying to make y'all fuck around and find out.
No, yeah, and so with Halloween coming, we really lean into that. So we were told, 1 week we're gonna have what was it? A mythical creatures, which that's kind of like my thing. I like the cryptids. So I fucked around and I said, "Oh, I'm gonna be interesting enough." Your previous color, I was like, "I'm gonna be a duende," and then that's kind of like when my maybe there were things that happened that I ignored, or I was more shielded, but maybe I feel like that veil has been lifted. And now there's just weird things happening. And I've even mentioned to my coworker who does the black magic, I was like, I don't want to take any hitchhikers home. I don't want anyone. I don't want anything to go
walking
home
out
with
backwards.
me.
And your coworker, actually, what she did was correct. Screaming, yelling at them. You have to
It's like
stand
talking
on
to
business.
Hold
the
them
homeless
like a
people
child.
outside. Sometimes
Yeah,
you just
no, for real. You literally have to stand on business with these ghosts and let them know you're not coming home with me, or don't do that, or set up boundaries. When I'm in this room, you are not there. You got to treat them sometimes like kids. How you would scold a child whenever they do something wrong, or whatever the case is. You have to assert your dominance over your dominion, because if not, they will try to. They'll try it. They'll try to play.
They'll
in your
be
face.
pushovers like me.
Yeah, don't be easy like Austin.
Damn it, bro. That was good. Callback. Comedy.
But definitely, like I said, spirit baths. I teach a lot of it on Patreon, but just look up herbs that are supposed to be for protection and banishing. Find your favorite odd number amount, right? So, say 7 herbs. Put it in a jar. You can do it, I guess, in bulk. I do them in bulk, so I could just scoop it out when I need it. But you can put them in a bathtub and soak, just to cleanse your energy. Make sure you keep lots of smudge sticks, Palo Santos, cedar, sage, whichever. But be careful, because if everybody's saying it's haunted and you didn't experience some stuff, you do not want to fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
No. Well, thank you for your guys' community and for letting me share. And I'm definitely going to consider your suggestions for everything. Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being patient with us.
First in line.
I love those kind of calls.
Yeah, that was a great call.
Because she's
the first time I heard
genuinely.
the bath.
Yeah. You said the first time you heard of a bath?
Well, no, not
Let's say-
but the spiritual bath.
What, George? We talk about it all the time.
Well, no. Well, I mean, I guess I might.
Yeah, no. Anytime you feel like your energy is off, I really need to take a spirit bath. I have been neglecting my spiritual hygiene because I be so busy and burnt out and procrastinating. But a spirit bath is the best way to cleanse, because it gets everything.
And George, you are also tapped in with somebody who sells magnificent spirit baths.
Because you need the water, right?
I'm not trying
Wait, is that like the Florida water that you brought
You
that
can
one time?
put Florida water in
Oh,
your
yeah, at the
spirit bath.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah, Florida water is another cleanser. I like to keep it in a little spray bottle. Spray myself down.
This is more like a
Heavy
let's call it a
duty.
bath soap. that
Yeah.
you
A soak.
Yeah.
a bath soap / soap that you put in your tub, mixed with some.
Talk
some-
directly
some-
into the mic. We can't hear you.
I can't hear myself. My headphones is out.
Our bad.
Um,
But you can just put it in the bathtub. I thought about making spiritual bath bombs because a lot of the
Trademark.
ingredients. I know. Don't be
Calls
y'all
from
don't
Beyond
be-
Black Cauldron trademark.
Don't be stealing my shit, y'all. Okay, because I've never seen one of those, and a lot of those ingredients to make regular bath bombs, it goes into a spirit bath. I thought about that and put it on my website.
There we go. Speaking of websites, George, you might want to get the soundboard ready for this one. We have our first Patreon member now.
Hey now, who is it?
It's actually. I don't even think they're watching the stream right now, but the name will sound. It's George will know who this is. It's Kyla.
I saw it.
Yep, she's Puffy Slippers.
Puffy Slippers.
Okay.
So
I know exactly
I
what
still
that
want a pair of puffy slippers.
I just talked to her about it. I think we're gonna do a Calls from Beyond specific pair, and then of course I'm gonna have to be like, we're gonna have to test them out first.
Yeah,
Everybody put on
we
your
gotta make sure they're comfortable.
Of course.
Because if they're not comfy slippers, then
Then
I
are
believe they
puffy
are. They're
slippers?
puffy.
Oh, I wore them the 24-hour podcast. I wore them the entire time. Had zero problems.
Yep.
The entire 24 hours.
but
I
you know,
wore
I'm more like a big body Ben, so I need to test them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not tiny bodied, but you know,
Medium, like I said.
medium.
You like a C230, I'm like a S550.
Oh, they're loving the idea of a spiritual bath bomb.
We're
I'm
taking
always-
pre-sales right now. They're
Man,
$45.
No,
Down
bro.
payment. Down payment.
Bro,
I was about to say
what do you know
45
about the
down.
bath bomb industry, all right?
I
Yeah.
know. And, you know, the other ones, they usually give some women yeast infections. This one will not. It will get rid of ghost. Yeah. So I'm going to actually make them and put them on the website.
Can I shout out somebody in the chat real quick?
Of course, you're Mr. Fresh.
So I do want to shout out Addison, the Empress.
Yes.
She is, one of our members. She's been a member for a while.
Shout out.
She also
Is she coming?
She's also coming to Bali. with us.
Yes. Hey, girl.
So we're over here chatting in Discord as well, because
Yes.
we got the Bali trip Discord going on. So I'm just over here multitasking.
Is that where they're trying to fuck around and find out?
Yeah.
Is in that Discord?
It's
Okay.
in our Discord for Bali.
It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
There's some people that are actually like talking to me in Discord right now, but they're also
in
there's some
ours,
people.
practicing.
There's some people in the Calls from Beyond Discord posting some pretty good memes. I will say.
Yes.
I'll pull it.
She said, "Shut up and take my money." Am I lying? I mean, I know I'm the only woman in the room that, Danette, you over there, but that can hear myself. But these bath bombs, because I've been talking about them in my head, but that just reminded me because someone was like, I really, really love the concept of a bath bomb.
it would be doper than having. I'm not going to talk about logistics, but
Yeah.
me having to buy you a whole bunch of glass bottles and having to pay for shipping.
Someone
to get
said
them.
shower melt. Oh, come on, y'all. Y'all over here
Shower
giving me,
melts?
spiritual shower melts. See, instead of telling everybody a bunch of ingredients to go out and buy that they're never going to buy
Yeah.
because it's a live stream, I could just be like, here goes a shower melt.
Oh, I got
Shower melt.
Yeah, that's for the people who don't got showers. I mean, don't
Don't
baths.
have baths. I
Hey.
used to take spiritual showers all the time.
What if we build a special type of like nozzle where we could put like some type of cartridge inside of it and it could spray?
Listen, I am not a scientist, okay?
It's like a Keurig for your shower and it just sprays the
spiritual.
spiritual content on you.
We could make a bath bomb for the calls from beyond. I have the perfect idea in my head. I'm not going to say it on here. That
No,
would
don't
be
say it on
pretty-
here. They're gonna steal it.
They're
I
gonna-
want to steal it, not
Yeah.
them.
Oh, you want to steal it first?
Yeah. But no, it'll just be revenue sharing.
Yeah,
Yep.
once they drain their tub, it'll be like a ghost sitting in the middle of their tub.
Yeah.
No, it'll just have the call-in
Yep.
number.
Little plastic ghost.
Yep. I feel like I've been talking about with my patrons because I tell them everything first. Like we've been trying to get a store up and running. They
Right.
know all my business before the world knows.
Probably before me, really.
Yeah, even some things like before you. I've been trying to get this store together and everything else. So
There's a
gonna be-
storefront that just closed. That it's on Charleston and Rainbow. It's that.
would it be perfect?
No.
It used to be like a spiritual bookshop.
Oh,
No.
Really?
No, you're talking about what's it called?
psychic guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like closed.
It
There's
closed?
there's like no signage
When
now.
did Psychic Guy close?
I just went to the
by it
Psychic Guy.
I just drove by it the other day, and there's
Bro,
like no
we
signage.
just bought like some
yeah.
stuff out of there.
Because
like,
I remember I
2
was like,
months ago.
oh,
No, not my favorite store. And let me pull this up. Even though Queendom Cultivation, which is a black-owned spiritual
it's
shop,
like a block away.
it's a block away,
trying
right?
to see
But
if
the
I'm
Psychic
seeing
Eye
it.
is all over the West Coast. Like they're a chain of places or spiritual stores. And now I'm panicking because only they sell certain things that the psychic.
This is the one at the
eye-
Pale Pavilion.
Yes, and all that sorts of stuff. But
All right. I
Okay.
got him. Boom.
Wait, I was confused. What happened?
It
It was somebody just accidentally unmuted themselves.
yeah, when they join, they're instantly kind of unmuted. All right, let me see if I'm seeing this right. If it's the one I'm talking about.
No, that's the one on Eastern.
Yeah, no. This is the
Not
one.
that
This is the one.
one. Oh.
Charleston and Rainbow.
Now I'm gonna go. I don't live far from there. I'm gonna go see.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna have,
Yeah, it's in the parking
I'm
lot of
gonna
the
cry.
Albertsons and the Cox.
the spiritual
Yeah,
store.
I used to work right across the street from there at a loan center.
Yeah, the spiritual store be our favorite place. Us spiritual girlies and boys.
Charleston and Rainbow. It was like
Yeah,
a.
speaking of spiritual girlies and boys, I'm gonna need some spiritual boys to come to Bali because
I
listen,
don't know. Some of them
right now
email me.
I'm feeling kind of out of place right now. It's like it's
It
like
could
15
be.
women and me. I mean,
It
Mr.
could be.
Fresh to act like that's not a good thing.
It could be because I keep being like, "Come on, spiritual girlies." I'm gonna.
right. I'm gonna have to get a cute 2-piece for the beach or
You gonna
something.
get a 2-piece?
I got to now
Actually,
because
for
As
the-
long as it's a thong.
For the ratio,
sun's out, buns out.
Sun's out, buns out.
you'd blend in a Bali thong.
Right. You
That's-
totally
Bali
do.
thong.
You never expect it, but you go to the beach and then you see the banana hammock dude surfing. He's got long hair. There's one
Oh
at
my-
every beach.
Yeah, it is. I'm so
And then-
excited.
Then there's us, and we're just like, oh, look at this poser.
I would
It's
live in
and
that
secretly,
store.
like, God, I wish I was in.
I know.
God.
Nubia, it is
we had too much of that.
absolutely a big, like, it's so big. It is what I aspire to have one day. It has books, tarot cards, figurines,
Podcast
everything.
studio.
Room, everything,
there's room.
rooms
'Cause
in
they
there
used to
for
do readings
tarot
in there.
readings. Like, it's a big ass spiritual emporium. So I'm gonna be really sad if the one by my house.
Alexandria might be on or
Died.
something.
Deshaun said I'm going to be looking for that Calls from Beyond tote bag. I'm sure it's there. I think there has to be one. If not, I'll make one right now.
Right.
Are you only taking me to Bali to be your bodyguard?
Yeah.
That's what Alexandria said.
Are we airing this out right here?
Said I'm going to be bodyguarding.
Maybe. Okay, well, I'm only trying to get him to come to be my photographer. Boom. Now both of you guys are being used.
Using us.
It's all right.
At least
That
I got a discount. I don't know about you, Austin. It's kind of late for that, buddy.
Yeah, no, I'm going to have to just shell it out.
I
Hey,
know.
listen, we could
Listen.
talk about the call show when we go there. We could even host a call show.
No, I definitely think that would be cool to host it there.
But then guess what? You see, I'm a scammer at heart. So then we could write it off.
Oh, no,
The
absolutely.
whole
That's why
trip.
I'm thinking that
Boom.
too.
You know,
Yeah.
that's not scamming. Oh well. No, that's not
I
scamming.
was
It's
just
work.
I was literally just telling Austin this. I mean, like the barrier to entry for what has to like go into work for that's minimal.
No, seriously. We went on our honeymoon. We went to Mexico for a week. We were chilling in Cabo. I talked to one guy about a pool about credit repair, and I
This
wrote the whole
man.
trip off.
This man.
You did until now the IRS.
Just
is gonna-
kidding. The
like
IRS.
being
Like,
It was in Minecraft, IRS.
It was
in Minecraft.
Yeah, this was Minecraft.
we were just playing. Just
I put it
kidding.
on. It was
Kitty.
It was on Grand Theft Auto.
No, but in all seriousness, yeah, this trip is definitely a business expense.
Which one?
Okay.
Any of them.
Any
Just
of
give me
them.
the heart attack in a can, according to I forgot who, I think it's Alexandra says that.
So-
said you
oh,
were
you
gonna
have
die
to open up a
and
spiritual
nobody's
body workshop. Oh, that would be so. Okay, little known fact is that I went to aesthetic school and I went for the purpose of doing all spiritually inclined services. So like Yanni steam, you know what a Yanni steam is? Have you ever had your
No,
Yanni
I know the
steamed?
artist Yanni. Seen him in concert a bunch
Have you
of times.
ever had your Yanni steamed?
What,
That sounds.
Well, you're
yeah, that sounds suspicious.
I said, does she know what that is? No, but in all
I
seriousness,
think Austin did it before. He just doesn't know.
he ain't never had his Yanni steamed.
This is getting real intimate. What is it? What does
No,
that mean?
so a Yanni steam is whenever it's a herbal mix and it's for women and it knocks the miles off your coochie.
Yeah.
Damn, I getting miles knocked off my coochie?
Yeah,
You reverse the miles?
Like-
Where do I sign up for
I
this?
can take you from 100,000 miles to 15.
To 1.5.
Yeah.
You know what? I
You
really
lose
hate
that
it.
many miles.
No, seriously. In all seriousness, it
Matilda's
like
dad up
cleanses,
Roll that thing back.
it cleanses it out. So I went to school to do that and to do facials with crystal infused waters.
Wait, there's a school for this?
No, I wanted to open up a shop, like a salon.
Oh, because I thought you said I went to school for this. I was like, damn, they straight up scamming you.
But we used to sell Yanni steams.
Yeah.
Like, we used to sell the
I had a
pots
store.
and everything. Like,
Yeah.
it was called the Kitty Care Club.
Yeah.
On Mari, no. Mari said I'd have negative miles. Mari.
What happens if I sit on 2 today?
He said, Lexi said, it's an intimate night. And
It
I
is.
said,
It's a real
"It is.
intimate night, and
It's-
this isn't even the bonus show.
No, it's not. And
I think that's why. It's because we kind of warmed up with the bonus show, and then, which, by the way, if you want to see the bonus show, it comes out tomorrow on Patreon.
yes. Yeah, she said
Hey,
Bucci for men.
Bucci
You want
for
your
men.
Bucci stand?
Bucci. George, we getting our Bucci.
Austin said, I
steamed?
need you to steam my gooch.
Get your Bucci and your gooch
We have a
steamed and
next
bleached.
caller, but
Yeah. Let's go ahead.
just run all the sound effects at once.
Yeah. Alexander said my mind was blown.
Let's go to 2090.
2090 2090.
2090 *6. Press it. Caller, you're in the room.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Well, hi everybody. I am Angel. I'm from Minnesota.
Welcome.
Hey.
This is exciting. I've never done like a call show thing before.
Me either, girl. Don't
Yeah,
feel
it's the
bad.
first time for everybody.
Okay, so I do have a couple stories, but one that I did want to really share, kind of bouncing off from like last week, with like the Hat Man and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
Don't mean to like make it
That's always nice.
like a thing again, but so this happened, I believe, like 2018, and at the time I lived with an ex-partner, and he dabbled in a lot of like warlock
I was
stuff.
about to say some dark shit.
Um,
Just a little bit, a little warlock
of course-
activity.
Right, yeah. So obviously, like, I felt definitely like a energy in that house, but I was in the beginning of my spiritual journey. So whatever, I didn't acknowledge it. But one night I was having trouble sleeping, and I was prescribed these like sleeping pills. So I had taken them, and I think it was like the first couple times trying them. And I remember like being in the middle of a dream almost, and there was this like spirit or something, like a dark figure chasing me around, and I believe it was in my childhood home. And it was like chasing around like me and my siblings or something like that. The next thing I remember is it was coming down these like long stairs, and I don't know if I was like lucid dreaming, but I suddenly just like became aware, and I was like, no, like, I'm gonna stand up to this. So I remember like literally being face to face with it, and like almost like standing my ground and like telling this thing. I was like, no, like, you need to go. But the words couldn't come out. And like next thing I know, I have this like tunnel vision almost, and the like my point of view kind of like zooms out, and then I realize I'm still laying in bed, and I literally cannot move. and I can still see this figure, and around me still looks like the dream. But suddenly it starts walking to the right, and I'm like staring at it in the eyes. Like, I don't even know if it had eyes, but like I'm just staring at it. And I literally remember watching it like transcend from like my dream room into like the actual room I was in. And I remember it literally just standing to the right of me of the bed. And I don't remember too much because it's all fuzzy, but I do know like I shot up and the words finally came out, but it was almost like a burst of energy, and I did it in my actual self, like in real life. I like screamed like get out, like so loud to where like everybody was kind of like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I like, it was crazy. I never experienced anything like that. And it was this like tall, like, you know, shadow figure with like the cat formation and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that entity had followed me from childhood because I did see it at other times, but
That's what I was going to ask you. Had you seen it before, before the prescription was prescribed? Is this something that you see on a regular basis? And because it's so funny, one thing you said is like you were back in your childhood house. I feel like these entities take us back to places that are familiar or feels warm. Like sometimes I have a dream about high school, but it's a scary dream. It's not, or like I know I'm dreaming, or like my childhood home, or somewhere else that was from whenever I was small. You know, so that's why I was like, has she seen this before?
I think so. I just remember always seeing like a black shadow. Definitely very, very tall. And yeah, I mean, it's a long story that I'll probably like email you a whole life story.
Yes, please do.
But yeah, it's wild. There's so much more, but I don't have time for that. So
listen, everybody that is either in the chat or on hold, if you have a scary, creepy story, you can type it up and send it to me. I'm trying to do a project. I've been trying to do it for what feel like about 6 months. I'm not getting enough submissions. So if for some reason you have something else you want to share, feel free to email me, please.
Give her your email.
It's theblackcauldron@gmail.com. So it's my handle on here. And just send it over because I want to read it.
No, for sure.
Thank you so much for calling in and sharing.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Yeah, see, they're little sneaky entities. They always bring you back somewhere where you're comfortable.
Yep, and then they go, guess what?
Guess what,
Let your
right?
guard down.
Ain't nobody got time
Like
for that.
me when y'all roasted me for that one.
Oh, what?
When I fucked around and found out, and then I had it
that
in
was
my
the
sleep.
funniest shit ever.
You only fucked around and found out because you was being.
I was being arrogant.
Yes.
Yeah, you was being arrogant.
I was being arrogant.
Like,
I got told.
I never went through that. Y'all tripping.
Listen,
Okay.
you gotta experience it to
let's
know
be
it's real.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for that to happen with George. I mean, I don't know where George stands with the paranormal after the 3 investigations he's done now.
Yeah, you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, I want to do like an extreme investigation. I've stated this multiple times. Mm-hmm. I want to go to places with heavy energy, and I know what it comes with. Like, yeah, I mean, I get it. I hear you every week, and I've learned like what it takes to like protect yourself. But yeah, you know, I think there's a reason why you have that saying, because you want to feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
Because I remember after the first one, George was like, "I need to be touched." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Right. George is too big, bro. If I was a ghost, I'd kill him.
I'm not fighting. The ghost said, "Oh no,
Damn, just straight out the gate. I just kill him.
Yeah, if I was a
Damn,
ghost,
Mr. Fresh.
Listen, you see how big
he is a gentle giant. He
Right.
really is. Like,
He's like a middle linebacker right there.
he's like one of those.
George, what'd you play in high
Let
school?
me see a ghost. I'll choke it out from behind. I
No,
swear
he's
to
one of
God,
those people. You pick up the glass and break it on accident. Oops, because he's just that gentle giant. Like,
You think I'm a gentle giant? You should wait until. Have you seen my brother?
no,
No.
His
I've
brother
never-
is huge.
bigger than you.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh, yeah.
he's starting
Isn't he
left
younger?
tackle.
Is your brother on NCAA?
Yes, he is.
Oh yeah.
They
You
built
wanna
him better in the
I
game
can
than he
show
is in
you
real
my-
life. That's the clip that
My
they just
most
put out.
recent Instagram post.
Hilarious. Like, my little brother's more attractive on a video game than in his real life.
Yeah.
Well, his
oh,
little
yeah.
brother put himself in as like tight end instead of
Yeah.
left tackle in the game.
Probably was catching everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was like he made himself like a highlight reel.
Yeah, yeah. I'll figure it out.
That's hilarious. So real quick, I think her name is Aya Goddess.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah. Tell D email the Black Cauldron.
Yeah. Email him. Well, she has.
She has a reading, but she thinks she put in the wrong email. Oh, she got your phone number.
I think she got my phone number. I'm like, girl, wait, or text me.
That's like me sending an email. being
I
like,
know. I'd be like, if you ever send me an email, I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you doing this?
I posted about this on Instagram because it's crazy, and I sent you the amount of fake accounts that make after her and then follow me of all people.
Right, and you're the one who.
Wait, hold on. But not only do they follow him, they follow my daughter. She had to make a whole video like on it. And I literally had to repost it because he was
Yeah.
like, I only have one account. This is my backup account. And then I'm like, dude, y'all really out here broke, huh? You gonna scam my followers because you need money for whatever? Like, it's crazy.
Well, so this one, I sent you that initial screenshot where I said, "Really, you're of all people, you're gonna mess with me? Are you really that stupid?"
Yeah.
And then they went, "Okay," and then instantly sent their spiel.
Yeah.
Of like, "Let me give you a reading," and then I was like, "What?" And they were like, "It's really me." I was like, "What were we talking about last night?" And we were talking about the big thing we were talking about over
Yes.
the weekend, and it
Yes.
said astral projecting. I was like,
Oh
"I know you're
my
fucking
God.
lying." That's not what we were talking. The amount of times we're talking about astral projecting off the
That's
show.
What's crazy is these people are so delusional. Like,
Yeah.
and some people, it's easy to scam them because there's no way that somebody with almost 500,000 followers over all of their platforms is giving you a $40 reading.
Hello. Please
Like,
don't get scammed.
If you could go get a cheap steak dinner for the same price as your reading, it's probably a fake reading.
It's probably a fake. Yeah. It's
You're
not
telling me
me.
I got lied to when I got my Yanni Steam?
You probably were sitting on grass, sir. That's
You're
cake.
in these.
Somebody in the chat said, "Noah, you in quotations offered me a reading today."
Oh my gosh, it's
don't
so
fall for it.
exhausting. And you know what? They've been flagging my content on TikTok. I'm almost kicked out of the creators fund if I keep fucking around and finding out.
And here's
They
the-
are they've been sticklers.
Yeah, and I keep
Right.
reporting
Very
all
tight.
of them. I report them on,
Yeah.
and I report them on all 3 accounts. I report them on my account.
Yeah.
Actually, 4. My personal, yours, Calls from
And
Beyond,
then-
and Bizarre, and then they're like, we didn't remove them. And I'm like, why
I'm
do you
like,
mean you
what
didn't
do you
remove
mean?
The account itself is reporting
Yes,
it. Why didn't you
it's
remove
so-
it?
It's so hard to report people for
Yeah.
stealing. Like, they follow me all the time until they click on my profile picture and realize that she's in my profile picture.
It's
Yeah.
exhausting because how are y'all sitting up here about to kick me out of the creator fund for unoriginal content because I'm stitching another creator, but y'all let 100 plus freaking fake accounts?
Yep.
Come on now.
Listen, we know
And then you won't even
Creators-
monetize me. What have I done? What did I do to you?
there's creators that
Instagram?
are bigger than Noah.
Yes.
That steal her content
Yeah.
and get paid off it.
It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Come
And then-
on,
But they're
man.
family, though.
It's a cold world.
It's
We're
okay.
family.
I'm just like, if you happen to fall into getting scammed, at this point you want to be scammed because I didn't said it 1,000,001
Yep.
times. I can't, people have asked me for their money back. Baby, if you don't get out my DM, I didn't told y'all 1,000,001 times. Like, I'm not going to ever reach out. We cannot, that is against spiritual law to pander people for readings. Like, we cannot do that. You'll never catch
Is
me.
it considered pandering if you put a sign out?
Wait,
Out in front of the store?
we'll do readings for.
No. Like
Oh,
get
like-
your readings here.
Oh no!
'cause
That's
you're not-
advertisement.
You're not targeting.
The spirit realm knows the difference between pandering and advertising.
No, because you're letting people know that these services are
Are
available.
But you're not
It's
going
totally
around going,
different.
please.
No, it's not like,
No,
I didn't call you like, hey, Austin, I feel that your energy through the phone is
Right?
off.
What are you
No,
talking
no.
about?
You've done that to me before, but not because you wanted me to do a reading.
yeah, I did do that.
Yeah, she called me one time and was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "I know something was going on, but I didn't tell you."
Right,
Right.
but it didn't follow with a $25 cash
Oh
out request.
yeah,
The tip
I should
screen.
have. Next time, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
send a request.
No.
And-
Just have the tip screen.
Yep. I'm gonna be like, you know what? So now they're all asking me about my readings. Okay, let me just tell you something. Let me tell you something, besties.
Let me tell you something. It's getting real.
My readings are open for my patrons and my patrons only right now. I don't think y'all understand how many of y'all like want me to give y'all a reading. I have to like stagger it out because reading is very exhausting, and especially whenever you have 5 to 10 readings a day. You know, I do have other responsibilities, but I will be posting the regular calendar for my non-patrons. But if you are interested and want a reading now, you can join a Patreon tier and you'll be able to book.
That's the cheat code. That's the cheat code, though.
What? Them going to Patreon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because
'Cause, I mean, my patrons, I love them. I give them discounts. Regular people.
My thing is, if you're not a patron, what are you doing?
Yeah, go
real.
over to my Patreon and to the Calls from Beyond. We just did an episode and it's
It's
I
funny.
got some videos for that
next
too.
week?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of like if you didn't like, share, and subscribe this live.
Yeah, we're
right
at
now,
203
what are you doing?
viewers, but 100
But
likes.
we only got 100
Yeah.
likes. It's crazy.
Oh, come on. Let's
That means only
do-
50% of y'all would have failed in school right now.
Yeah, you would have felt it. Come on
Bell
now.
curve is up.
We
George,
need
you were a
passing
teacher.
grade.
Right.
No, that's because they just listening to the T in the chat.
How
Like,
many
go
of them-
ahead
all
and
you gotta
like
do
it.
is hit the like one time.
Yes, literally.
It
And
costs
we're
you
not
nothing.
talking about like tapping the screen to love. No, we're talking about the thumb. The thumb is where the likes. Because
Yeah,
if we were counting hearts, we would have a million of them at this point. But
It's not like TikTok. I understand though, because
yes,
TikTok, you
TikTok
tap it,
is
it
like
helps.
that.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you one thing. We have hit a milestone on this channel for peak viewers. So
Let's go. We're at 203 right
Holla
now.
at me.
yes, we're moving right now.
And we just got
Liking
a
the video
cash app.
helps.
Uh-oh.
We did from D.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
The last 4, George, is 6179.
6179.
Appreciate you super chatting.
Yes,
We'll
thank
be
you,
here in a
thank you,
second.
thank
I'm assuming
you.
she'll be here in a second.
Okay.
You see what happens when Austin talks about his Bucci.
Wow.
We hit 200 people.
200.
I'm just saying. Got to monetize that.
I know.
Dude, YouTube loves it. Of course, Austin has one. I have one too.
Right.
Mr. Fresh,
Mr. Fresh got one.
Mr. Fresh got one.
Let's cleanse
We're
our,
super
what'd you call it?
I already told y'all in Bali, I'm out here with the thong flip flops with the thong
Yeah.
on.
What's
They like
do they have a
maybe it was
nude
that,
beach?
Mr. Fresh.
I feel like
I
I
don't
gotta do
know.
like
I
the
believe
sun.
they do.
You know what?
I'm
I
not
don't know what
going
it's
to a
called where you
nude
show your
beach.
butthole to the sun and it like cleanses.
That was
Danae, you never heard of that?
yes. The white people were out. White people in
In LA?
They like lay on a rock and
He was
then they
yes.
tan
They
their
were.
butts.
Yeah, they say like letting the sun shine in your bunghole is. I don't know what the
It's
purpose
probably
was.
refreshing. I've never been in a
probably
situation once
refreshing.
where
Wait a
I'm
minute.
outside.
Do you guys never lizard
where
brain
I'm
and just
like-
stand out in the sun?
Yeah. So
It's probably the same thing. You just
Excuse
lizard
me.
brain your
no,
Gucci.
it's a form of meditation, but
That is not meditating.
It's a form of medicine.
Like, who wants to sit on a hot ass sand?
no.
on
no,
the
you
beach
put, like,
with
a
their-
towel
no,
down
no,
with their
no.
asshole to
The
the
guy
end.
I seen was butt naked, stark naked, in like.
Is this what your
bending
TikTok
over.
looks like?
So you can see his boots. You can see his
That laughs
Bucci.
at it all. That's
See
so funny.
everything.
See, listen.
Yes, they were outside being miscreants a couple months ago, and
So
I
how do
seen
you
that.
stop? How do you stop one of those ocean bugs from flying right?
You
in your-
don't. You just
You
let
don't.
it
You
happen.
gotta. It's
You
the
gotta
world's
see-
coming to you
gotta
however
see it
you
through
want it
my
to come
boy.
to you. Mari said new remix to Lil Pump's Gucci Gang, Bucci Gang only.
That is very funny. If somebody can actually.
Isis said, "Does it help your butt grow? Because I might have to do. I might have to do that too. I ain't got nothing.
You know,
what?
there's a such thing as spiritual psychosis, and I think some of these people, like, come on, it's one thing to sun gaze, but they're saying that it's
Hey,
kind
I
of
mean,
like that.
That is kind of like sun gazing.
That's what they say.
6179.
Not.
we have
Is he-
we have D.
We have
D
D in the
D
room.
in the building.
Hi, D.
She'll be in a second. She's gonna click.
Oh, there we
D.
go.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
Hey,
How
girl.
are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So I don't really have a long story, but I just wanted somebody to know. So whenever I'm home by myself, this stuff don't never happen in daytime. It's just I don't know
Of
if
course.
it's just started or I just attention. But like when I was a kid, I used to always hear like footsteps in my parents' house at night. It would only happen at night. And now it just sounds like something is knocking on my door at night. Like I don't know if it's in the house or outside the house, but it's just like one knock and then there's like a pause and the pause be like 5 minutes. It's very consistent. I'll give it that. Whatever it is. But I'm just like, dang, what did I do?
You didn't
Maybe no. I know what I'm not about to play with this lady. You know what you did? You named your ghost Judah. That's what you named. That's what you did.
So he's at home.
He at home. You in his way, babe.
He's
Next
trying
time,
to
make cookies.
back in.
You
I
said,
don't know that.
but the good thing is, it's not
I
like
already-
you're hearing 3 knocks in a row.
That's the bad one.
That's the bad one.
Oh, I didn't. I turned the TV on.
You're like,
Not having
listen, hey, turn on that good old SpongeBob. Always get you unscared. It works like a charm every time.
Hey, if it make you feel any better, just tell yourself you got mice.
Yep, that's it. You just got a mouse. That's
we
it.
we gotta get a cat for this mouse problem.
Yep.
Keep it pushing.
Yep. That's it.
Anyways, you see this new Ghost Adventures?
Right? And then the delusion of it all. Just be delusional and just say, you know what? It's a mouse. And tell the mister I need a cat. And yeah, you'll be just fine though.
Or you can just start talking back to Judah and be like, "Hey, Judah,
Don't
what's
talk to
happening?"
it no more. No.
I'm just saying.
I don't know who Judah's been fighting to my house, but somebody trying to get in, and we closed.
Oh, it be knocking
We don't
outside.
shut down for a while. I think it's outside. I don't know. You know what?
Oh,
you
my
know what? Too, my
goodness.
neighbor just passed away, so
Your neighbor just passed away.
I don't. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I know you live, it's not a lot of neighbors, so I'm sorry to hear that. That is, I don't know. I mean, did he pass away in the house at his house next door?
No, he passed away at the hospital.
Mm.
You need
That
some
don't mean
security
he
cameras
ain't
outside.
around. I'm just like,
Yeah, you ain't got no security cameras?
oh no, it's not. It ain't a person.
I know that much.
But
We can still see it though.
Yeah, you can, because somebody else from my
last
Patreon
week we
just
got
sent me a picture of their deceased dog.
Oh.
Their ghost deceased dog. So, and it's from a security camera. So, what I would say is you need to cleanse. You know this, girl. You know this.
yeah,
Sound like you need to hit them doorsteps with some
you know
brick
what?
dust.
Brick dust.
No, brick dust for real. It keep
Brick
them-
dust. Okay, they said brick dust.
Oh no, not bricks, brick.
now will salt work?
Yes. Yep. You can do salt, sea
Recommend
salt.
black
that.
or sea
But
salt.
see, you got a ghost. It's just running through all your property for free. I would recommend a mixture of brick dust, pepper, and salt, and do all the entryways, outways, window sills, cause I got a feeling that Judah, whoever's knocking on the door, is for Judah. Maybe Judah got a girlfriend at this point that's trying.
Is he
Oh
here?
yeah, I done told him.
He's trying to
Well,
sneak
I
his
tell you
shorty
what.
in.
For real. So I tell you what, when I'm home by myself again around like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, because that's when it happens. Like I said, be silent in here in the daytime.
Mhm.
But I go investigate.
Yeah.
But last night I just wasn't happy.
Right. And in all seriousness, anytime I feel a presence or I feel scared, I pick up my big old bundle of sage, cedar, whatever it is, and I use it like a weapon. Like, I will fucking light this. Like, I have it right then and there, and I'll light it, right? But in all seriousness, you need to tell whatever it is to get out. Like, you have to stand on business and let them know, this is my house. You can't stay here. Sorry. Even though you opened up that portal on accident, but still, you got to let it know it has to go. It has to go, baby. Can't stay
Okay.
here.
That's what. That's what we're gonna do. Well, I'll let y'all know what happens. I'm investigating tonight because
Oh,
Please do.
I know.
gosh. She said,
No,
I'm gonna
nosy.
cleanse it and then I'm gonna look
Right.
to see what else I can do to irritate it.
It sound like Dee's reading is going to be a little bit longer tomorrow.
Right.
tomorrow
I'll
than you
talk to you
anticipate.
tomorrow because I cannot.
Thank you for this.
Thank you so much for
Cash App.
the Cash App,
Oh,
and
no-
we'll talk
No
tomorrow.
problem. No.
Chat.
All right. Bye.
I can't
Bye.
with you guys. Chat. Jules said, "Season your doorways," and like
Yeah.
write notes. And then Jacinda said, "I want to have sneaky links when I become a ghost."
Right, for real, because that's what it is giving. That she's knocking at the door looking for the
Hello,
ghost that you
please
conjured
let
up
me-
out of a portal.
But maybe Judah's girlfriend is upset because he probably like, who this hoe in my house? let me in. I know you ain't got that woman
Every
in my
time
house.
she calls, I'm never gonna let my friend, my patron, live that shit down. Every time she calls, she could be calling about a plunger.
Okay, I just got something going on. Remember, you named the ghost.
Right, remember you named yep, exactly. You named it. That's your baby now. Now you gotta raise it and take care of its friends.
It's like the stray cat you feed one time.
Yeah, you fed him one time and now it brought back his homeboys. But yeah.
I'm enjoying this show, but it's hot outside. I'm feeling a little moist. I got to go wipe my Gucci.
Oh
my Gucci.
My
God,
Gucci, yeah.
I'm
We're
done.
gonna take a quick
We all
Gucci
gotta,
break.
like, a quick
Take a
break.
Gucci break.
Gucci cleanse break. We invite you to do the same thing.
Yes.
We will be right back with some more calls. So thank you so far to everybody watching, super chatting, liking.
Yes.
We're at 194 concurrent with 135 likes.
Yes, and we're gonna be letting them discuss like they did last week in the waiting room.
Yes.
Yes, so you'll get to listen if you guys want to just chat it up, tell stories,
yeah.
whichever. We'll be right back though.
Fill in the time.
Don't
Alrighty.
leave. We just got to use the restroom, y'all.
Don't leave. We are back.
What's up, everybody? The Bucci's have been cleansed.
Squeaky
They're
clean,
having
baby.
a bad trip. Kale just said, "No, we're not. We're good now. We have to use the bathroom. We're old people."
And there's only one bathroom, so
No, there's
we
two.
line up. Is there?
Yeah, there's one in the front. That's why I walked around when you went in the front. I
Oh,
walked
see,
around.
I have no idea. I thought it was only one bathroom.
Oh, Joe, I feel that. Me versus the urge to book the Bali trip, even though I have crippling anxiety and $0. We can fix that anxiety.
Yeah, we can.
Bring you out of your shell.
Listen. Oh, sorry.
She's like, "Is
I
George
was being-
talking?"
I was being nosy during the break because I was hoping, which I don't know if the people in the waiting room heard us. We leave it open so you guys can have conversations, so you can
Yep.
talk or whatever. Just vibe out while we take our potty breaks. So I was trying to see if anybody was gonna say something. Last week we had the psychic or the
Yeah,
medium.
and that led to a
was-
crazy call.
So we leave it open for you guys because we're a community and we want you guys to commune.
I mean, if they don't want to talk, we can start selling that as ad spots, you know?
We could. This
If anybody
episode
in
is
here
brought
has
to
a
you
big-
by Red Bull. I wish.
If anybody in
I
here has
know.
a business and they want to promote their business, reach out to us.
Yes.
Get in touch with us.
Calls from beyond at gmail.com. Obviously, you can see us a lot of people in here. And like I said, we're a community and we let us support each other. So just let us
Yes,
know.
let us know. Yeah, I mean, so I know I keep talking about it, but I'm just so excited because we just launched it. We have our Patreon. First episode goes up tomorrow. Now, granted, you guys are probably thinking, when are you going to release it on YouTube? Well, if you're a YouTube member, once we get members, but as of right now, not. It's
Yeah.
it's just going to be just for the Patreon members and just for the YouTube members, which we should hopefully be able to start having YouTube members maybe by next week. Special thanks to all of you for watching our content and sharing it. You're helping us reach that monetization goal. But yeah, so if you haven't already, go check out the Patreon. It's starting at $5 a month, and you'll get access to all of that special content as soon as I upload it tomorrow. But George, who do we have next?
Our next caller is going to be 8769. 8769. Star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller, you're in the room. Caller.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello? Yes, I'm Q from Florida. So when you guys were talking about the portals, I was feeling very attacked.
No, your whole state is like, it's a lot down
Disney
here.
World's cool though.
Yeah. And that's also a portal. So
I've been here for like 10 years, never went to Disney World.
Really?
But nonetheless, yeah, I'm born a safe house. But nonetheless, I just wanted to share a story that's a little bittersweet. So some years ago, when in the month of November, right before I turned 23, I want to say this was 2018. I 3 days before I turned 23, I had an ex we had just broken up like 8 months before he had passed away.
I'm sorry.
And it
to hear
was
that.
pretty sad. Yeah, thank you. It was pretty sad. He was murdered.
Oh,
There
I'm sorry.
was like it was very hard, but we had been together for 2 years. First adult relationship, lived together. It was a lot. And we ended up breaking up due to a lot of things, when you're young, cheating.
Right.
But he was also like heavily in the streets and whatnot. We had some living situation issues, and we just really never got back together, but we still remained very close. I was close to his family. They supported me, when I was young and stuff like that. I apologize. I'm a little bit nervous. I didn't think I was actually going to call in. I've been waiting.
You're
a couple
perfectly
weeks.
fine.
Listen, go ahead, because as soon as you said you're nervous, I know you got some heat. So take your time.
Yes. So, that year, we broke up towards the beginning of the year. My birthday is in November, but he helped me get an apartment. We actually had to leave our apartment due to his lifestyle. He had got arrested in front of our apartment we shared together, and they wouldn't really let us renew the lease. A lot of drama, young drama.
Right.
It comes first. So he told me about an apartment that was open, and I should, try to go get an apartment there and whatnot. I thought he would sign the lease with me. He never did. He helped me get into my apartment that I've been in since. So I have a lot of love in my heart for him. It's held me down through all the thick and thin I've had growing up hard-headed. So that was in the beginning of the year. I signed my lease in January. We're still in communication. Well, October, we had some conflict. He was seeing another girl in another city, and I was in my get back, like, haha, had him first type of thing. So October, something happened. He said he was going to, make a couple bucks off of a couple bucks I gave him, if you guys get what I'm saying.
Yep.
Flip it, dip it, and whip it.
Yes, there was no flipping. It was just dipping. So he made off with it. And he reached out to me after that incident. And his last thing he told me was, I love you. I never responded out of spite, because in that moment, it actually was my rent money and I was struggling. So I was like, SOL. And in the heat of the anger, I just deleted the message, which I never saved the number that he texted me from, so I could never contact him. Well, he died 3 days before my birthday.
Oh, wow.
I found out, and someone that knew that we had been dealing with each other for all this time was like, hey, what are you doing here? It was on my lunch break. I'm like, working. What do you think? And they're like, you don't know, but he died.
Wow.
I broke down. I had no phone. I had to wait till I got to Wi-Fi, call his family, found out everything, yada, yada. So I can't remember the exact day, but it was within that span of him dying and around my birthday. So probably maybe the next day, whatever the case may be. I'm in the house by myself. Mind you, there's like barely any furniture. I'm young, financially struggling, but I'm sitting on my bed and it's breaking down. And for some odd reason, I felt like I seen his shadow out of the corner of my eye, like it was him. He was the only person that had a key to my apartment at the time. Like I said, there was intentions of us living here together. He had been in the apartment multiple times. I was in my get back phase, so of course he visited. But it just seemed like him. He was very tall. I was all alone in the apartment, locked, just by myself. So I glanced up, and it was like I could see him, like almost an apparition. He was there, but not there. And I could see him like come sit down next to me. And I felt him. But I'm like breaking down, crying. He's right there. And I see him at his healthiest stage that he had been in within the months that we had broken up, because he was dealing with a lot of addictions to certain things and whatnot. and he looked so healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I miss you so much. There's so much that was left unsaid. You know, our story wasn't finished. There's more to it, things of that nature. And he's just sitting there, like in the most relaxed position he could be on the edge of the bed, just smiling at me. And I tell him how much I love him and that, you know, if there's a way, a will or a way, one day we'll see each other again.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the chills as it's happening. I feel the chills now talking about it. It was very sentimental to me. I was not religious at the time. I was just living in the moment, you know. And he's just sitting there listening to me, and he's smiling, and he looks so healthy.
Yeah.
And I'm just telling him I love him, and like, you look good. I feel crazy, but you look good.
Yeah.
You're finally at peace. He believed that he would not live long. He always thought he would die young, and he spoke it so much into existence. He was dealing with a lot of demons before he died. There was a lot happening in his life. It essentially was moving too fast for him.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very short in a true way. But I just kept talking to him, and I'm crying, and I just feel him, and I'm like, I know you're here with me. I don't know how, but you're here. And I told him I loved him one more time, and it was almost as if like I could see him walking to the door, and I run out into the living room, and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And the feeling, warmth, the love, it was all gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, I'm getting a little teary-eyed, but
No, like
nonetheless,
I said, take your time, sis, because you saw a full body apparition, and it's so crazy. You said he looked so healthy. So I'm a firm believer, like whenever people pass and they didn't look good before they passed, or they were sick or addicted, they are restored. Like, it's so many people that has had near-death experiences and seen their ancestors on the other side, and they were, say, sick with cancer and life, but after they passed, they look so vibrant and healthy, like nothing ever happened to them.
Yeah.
You know, so, and the fact that you guys were supposed to share that space, but never really got to see that through, that was just his way of saying, hey, I'm fine. I'm okay. You don't have to worry. So that's actually beautiful. It's sad, but it's beautiful.
It is. It's like my last bittersweet moment with him. And like I said, before he had passed, he did have like this one healthy moment, and then something else triggered other things. Like, we had been in communication in the months that we were broken up. And the one time he looked so healthy, I was like, dang, this is like get back time for real. We gonna get back together. You look good. You know, like something's going right. And that's how I seen him in that last moment. And I mean, the whole energy of the whole place was so different in that moment. It was like we were meeting on a plane where we could both be and exist in that moment. Like, I was emotionally hurt, and there was just so much happening, but I was open to whatever was going on, and I could see him, he could see me, he could understand me. He didn't say anything, but I felt the love, so it wasn't like he had to talk about it. Like I said, when I watched him walk to the doorway of the bedroom, and around the corner was the living room, when I got in there, he was gone, and like everything, it was like time had stopped, and then it was starting back up again in that moment. And I felt like that was his way of, like you said, saying goodbye in a sense, but also was okay. And that's all I could ask for. You know, when people die young, it's traumatic stuff. It's sometimes like they were taken too early is what we feel, but in a sense they had to go back home. It's almost as if they weren't ready for what this life has to offer. People I don't believe that's heaven. I don't believe that this is somewhat of like a hell or like a redemption. Like, we're working towards something when we're here.
Yeah. And a lot of the times people that pass away before their time, especially like murder victims and different things like that, they come back. First of all, let's just put that out there. They do reincarnate, I feel like, at some point. Because they didn't finish out like their soul mission, if that makes sense. But they do spend some time. They don't come back like right away. They do spend some time in the ancestral realm, spiritual realm. And I feel like him just coming back, it was like to wrap up what he didn't get to wrap up before, and that's you. It was like nothing mattered, not the argument, not any of that, because he needed to let you know that he was okay. Because I know you were heartbroken. I can't even imagine.
Oh my gosh, I really was. That was like my first adult love. I got kicked out behind him, but like I said, I was hard-headed.
Yeah.
Like we went through a lot. We had each other's backs through a lot of it, and this was like just a moment apart for us. We knew that one day we'd get back together, but there was a lot of hurt that happened in our 2 years.
Yeah.
A lot of hurt, and we were waiting for the future, for healed times to circle back. But 2 things before I let you guys go. I know there's other callers.
Thank
One,
you so much.
I had a rough. Of course, I had a really rough pregnancy afterwards.
Yeah.
My son was born about a year and some change after he had passed away. But during the pregnancy, during the toughest times, I spoke out loud to him and was just like, just watch over me, make sure he's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's happening on the inside. I had a lot of anxiety with my first child.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really happened. My son was full term, but he weighed like 0.02 more than a preemie.
Mm-hmm.
There was something that they missed, pregnant with the umbilical cord and all that. And he came out perfectly fine. He was so healthy, but so tiny. And they didn't know that the entire pregnancy, they thought he was going to be fat. I ain't had no preemie clothes. All I had was like big boy clothes.
Yeah.
I'm big.
Mhm.
Father, well over 5'10", so I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a big baby. Now he was little, but I felt like he watched out, as well as like ancestors. But he really looked out, because having a child was something that we had talked about in the young stupid days. And the second thing I just wanted to say is thank you so much for having this platform. I've never felt comfortable enough to talk about things or, be open to this side. And I really want to dive in more deep. My ancestors don't talk to me when I cook, but I really want to work on talking to my ancestors. So maybe
come
they can help
over
me
to
out.
my Patreon. That's all I do is post
Yes, I do
things
plan on it.
about.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and it's a community over there as well. A lot of my patrons are in the comments.
Yep.
And we have a good time over there as well. I teach spiritual practices. We talk about ancestor veneration, all of that good stuff. So come over there. You trust me, you'll do well.
Fit right in.
You'll fit right in. Thank
I'm
you
ready
so
to learn
much.
something else about that. But thank you everyone for listening. I appreciate it. And thank you all for
Absolutely.
taking the call.
Thank you for the call.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was a very
Lord.
deep call, but it was a good call though.
Yes, I truly believe some people, they know that they're not going to live a long life. Now, would I recommend speaking that out into the universe? No. But some people know, like, I'm not going to live to see this. I'm not going to live to be old, And a lot of the times it's because in other lives, they didn't live to be old. Some people just keep like being recycled and dying young, and they don't remember where that feeling of I'm not going to live a long time comes from, because it's from somewhere else.
But they
It's
just
another
have
life.
it.
They just have it. Yep. But that was deep. Oof.
Yeah, it was.
That was very deep.
Yes, yes, yes.
I started a poll.
I see.
I have to be careful I say that around Mr. Fresh. And I asked if we should do a live in-person show. So far it's at 100%.
I know someone
Yes.
said it, and I was trying to point it out.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Yes, that you guys should do a live call. Are y'all gonna come? That's the real
we've
question.
been talking about this. I
We've
mean,
been
this has been
talking
a
about it.
conversation, which is what that person should have responded. That scammer, that IG scammer said
Yep.
we were talking about astral projecting.
Yeah,
last night.
no. So earlier, Austin was talking about one of my my doppelgangers on Instagram, messaging him about a reading, and we had just talked the day before. And
I mean,
so
we talk every day.
We talk
but-
every day. So he's like, well, if this is really her, which he knew it wasn't.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? And we were talking about a live call-in show, possibly going on tour, doing a lot of big things. And
A lot of big things, but we need your help.
we need your help. Yeah, we want to do these things, but we also don't want to be wasting resources or anything like that. Like, we would love to do, like a little mini tour where we come in and maybe a theater setting or whatever the case is.
I definitely. I mean, there's a show that I watch, and they're currently on tour in Australia right now, and they're a podcast, and then they do the show live. Miss Brown Eyed Girl said, "I wish I could, but I'm not in the same state." I mean, we're looking at potentially some other states. I think
No, we're looking at like a tour. I
Yeah.
said,
Taking the show on the road.
taking the show on the road.
George and I can
So,
share a bunk.
Yeah,
Yep.
loading up the Scooby van.
Yep.
Loading up the Scooby. Oh, man. That's the thing. So I'm used to touring with like a band. That
Yeah.
shit is expensive because you have to take
Yes.
all your equipment.
Yeah.
This is like luggage and then us and then maybe some equipment. And it's
Yeah.
like laptops mostly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
so,
can actually stay in hotels and spend less than a band tour.
Yeah. So we were thinking, which I don't want to speak too much into it
Right.
because we haven't really got it down packed. But my ancestors told, what did I tell you?
You were like, they're like, what are you doing?
Right.
Where,
no,
where are you going?
I was literally sitting in front of the computer
Yep.
the other night. And then my ears started ringing. And I'm like, okay, I need to listen.
Somebody's trying to say something.
And so I just kept hearing, it's time to take it on the road. Now, mind you, if you watch my video on my channel where the 3 psychic sisters I interviewed them and then they read me, they were like, it's time to take this show on the road. Whatever ancestor was there that day and was saying that to Erica, it was, he was there the other day. And so I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And I'm sitting in front of my computer and then I go to my YouTube analytics to see what are the top cities, but it came clear as day. Like, you need to do a mini tour. Like, go on tour. One day it could be for my subscribers. Next day, calls from Beyond, whatever the case is. We just want to take this on the road because you guys really like it. And sometimes you can't get to Vegas. So maybe I'll come to your city.
Maybe, yeah. And not to be foresighted, but I definitely, when we started the show, I was like, you could for sure do this live. I mean, George and I could easily replicate this at any theater. I mean, we just need literally 2 cameras, probably a Rodecaster, and then our laptops, and then we can take the show kind of and then good internet, of
I
course.
feel like the biggest question would be: are people going to be willing to pay?
That's the other thing, and that's why I want to maybe do one here.
Because obviously, if we did a live show, we can't
Have to pay for
cover
a
the
venue.
cost.
Yeah.
No,
We'd have to
no.
pay for the
It would
venue.
it would be a ticketed event for sure.
Yeah.
But it would also be a more intimate event.
So maybe we
as
should
well.
put a survey in about if we do take this on the road and it's at a major city near you, would you be willing to purchase the ticket?
And drive there.
Yeah, and
I'm
drive
a-
depending
I-
on where it's at. Yeah.
Listen, I promise you, Omarion went to LA. He wasn't coming here to Vegas. So I drove to LA just to go see Omarion.
But we can hit hot spots in certain cities. Like obviously, we could do like New York, New Jersey.
Yeah.
You know, like Atlanta, maybe little DC run.
Right. North Carolina, Charlotte, you know. And
Florida, and then get
Yeah.
then just talk about a portal the entire time.
I know, right?
Hear me out. What
Yeah.
if we got an RV?
Oh my God.
did one.
And documented it.
did it
Oh,
off-
that would be
off the
so
side
ghetto
of
and
an
good.
I did it off the side of an RV.
And then we just find a parking
Or we can
lot
pull out
and then-
lawn
Or-
chairs. That's crazy.
And y'all see, this is how much we love y'all because this is us just sharing ideas that we have never even really shared with each other.
Yeah, we haven't
to-
really had the full conversation.
Right. So, you know how you do movies in the park?
Yep.
Something of that nature, but it would have to be during like spring, possibly summer month. I don't know.
I'm still
We don't
charging
know.
$20 a lawn chair.
Yeah, well, you have to. 'cause we have to
and
rent
the
it
only
out.
thing that I worry about with that is like you have to have a permit for that. Like at least in a theater, as long as the theater's
Yeah,
booking
no,
you, you don't
it's-
need anything. Then,
Yeah, yeah.
but for sure we could do like have you ever guys? It's right down the street. George and I went, but like Wise Guys, it's right down the street. It's a comedy club, but it's like it's like 100-person max venue. But you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little more intimate. You know, we can do like call-ins, but then also people can come up and share their stories. We can
Yeah.
have stuff we want to talk about.
Yep.
I don't think it's that expensive because like a lot of people that host shows there, they'd be like $35, $40.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was telling her a lot of the time what you can do is you can do like revenue splits with the venue. I used to be a promoter. I used to be a talent buyer, and I would book
Yeah.
bands here. And a lot of the bigger bands, they need a guarantee, like big
Yeah,
touring
yeah.
acts. So like, you know, you'd have like a three act tour coming through, and you know you're gonna put locals on it. You're like, okay, I can guarantee you guys like $6,000 for all 3 bands, not per
Yeah.
band. And then anything off the door, they get like $1 of. But yeah, and then also, you know, we could see Mystical's already saying Atlanta.
Listen,
4 hours from
they're
me,
already
Wisconsin.
They're so excited. Comment down below some of the cities that we should visit.
Like a Charlotte.
Yeah, we'll hit Charlotte.
Because even with
New
some
York.
of these, like it's even like you don't even need an RV. You could just it's a fly-in date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
you-
RV was.
No. I love that idea because like the RV would be cool for like,
be
especially
cool
if you
for
get one
content,
like
too.
like if you get like the bus.
No,
Yeah.
but how dope would it be to just Listen, because it's cheaper to get places once you're places. So we should just do it every day. New city, boom.
This man is so. He's
go.
like, let's go.
Is that a world
What about our,
tour? You girls tour?
10-day tour.
Yeah, in all actuality, yeah, Cincinnati. We have to hit the Midwest.
I like Columbus better
Somebody
than
said
Cincinnati.
I
but
love. Yeah, Columbus is cool. Yeah, I love Columbus. I used to live there.
I'm not as well traveled.
Someone
as
said
you
they
guys.
love this brainstorming session. We
Yeah.
family here, so we want
If you
you
like
guys'
this
opinion.
brainstorming session, I keep talking about with the Patreon. Like you guys think you have us untangled
yes,
now.
yes.
Over there, it's
where these kind of conversations usually go. We'll be going live for just patrons, all that good stuff. So,
But yeah, I mean, people are saying DC, North Carolina. I mean, I got family up in North Carolina.
Yep.
So I think right now, just to kind of keep the cost low, I think right now it would have to be like a West Coast kind of thing to start feeling it out.
Yeah.
Like I was telling her, like when I was in the band, the way we started touring was you would go like, okay, we're gonna go play a St. George show on a Saturday, come back, then you'll go play like, and then a few weeks later you'll go play a Flagstaff show, come back, then like an LA show, come back, then like a San Diego show, come back.
Well, we can't do little pockets. Maybe like we could do like maybe Phoenix.
Yeah, you could do like a 2 or 3 day and then come back
Yeah,
and then
like Phoenix,
we'll,
LA,
we'll
and then
definitely get it together because
probably Sacramento.
yeah, somewhere. Listen, we want to make this happen because you guys love the show. We love doing the show.
we love it.
And a lot of the times, whenever we're saying we want to build this community, we really mean we want to build this community. But I like face-to-face interaction.
Yeah, no, it's cool. I miss it. I definitely miss it. Miss my old life, as I call it back
Your
when I was
old
a
life.
musician. Yeah, no, I think it would be cool. I mean, because it's something that like ideally I think we need to start kind of gauging, like especially our nearby areas, being like, okay, how many people would want to go to it there?
Right.
Kind of thing.
They're all saying like, I'm in this place, but I'm willing to drive this place. It's 4 hours from this place.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like that's why we go to the major areas so we can make it more central.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people
So-
may have to come. They could do a little overnight too. Make it a little, mini vacation out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. And real quick, shout out to Andrea. I see you in the chat. She is also coming to Bali with us. Hey girl, hey.
Bali gang.
Bali gang.
We
I
need
think
our own
Addison is still in
emoji
here.
for Bali people.
I know. I don't know how to do that. You can do that in Discord, right?
You can do it once you
What-
allow
what's
members.
Your own emojis. Oh,
Yeah.
I do. But she's not a member on here, so I can't make emojis for them. I just forgot that. I've never done it. Jerry's World in Dallas. I got y'all. What's Jerry's World?
No. That's
That's way
Dallas
too big.
Cowboys Stadium.
That's too big.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
you
talking
know
100
what?
people venue.
Yeah. Hey, one day we'll be
No, he
kill
said-
Tony.
I said, what is that?
Oh, so
A.
somebody
Haynes said, I
said,
got you.
what
Yeah.
about if someone had like a storefront allow you use their indoor outdoor space? That would be
Oh, well,
Hey,
that would be
that would
amazing.
be cool too, because then we could set up, do it
Yeah.
there, and then and then you can also get some profit off of it.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
we could also cross promote the store.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah, for sure. And I promise y'all, we'll try to make. Is Shy Terrell in the chat?
I have not seen.
Somebody
Shine.
said they.
KL said Shy Troll owes him a road trip.
I ain't
yeah.
seen
Oh,
Shy
yeah,
Terrell in a
I
minute
know
though.
I haven't.
She stopped coming.
She probably don't even know us back.
Yeah, she don't love us no more.
She don't love us no more.
So yeah, I mean, anybody right now, at least in the Vegas area, we could do that. Vegas, like
Yeah.
tomorrow
Well, that's-
night. Not
right.
really, but
Well, that's
Quick.
what Andrea was saying. Like, try it out in Vegas.
Yep.
And then go from there because I have a lot of people in Los Angeles. That's my New York and Los Angeles are my highest viewers.
sheesh.
Which I didn't even know anybody liked me on the West Coast. I thought it was an East Coast
I like
thing.
you.
I mean, I know you have to technically like me.
No, I don't. I don't
Yes,
have
you
to
do.
like
You
you.
have to like me.
No, I don't think so because we be watching the aunties podcast and I don't think they like each other.
Nuh-uh. Oh well, no, they don't like Tokyo. That's who they don't like, and Tokyo don't like them. But I looked up the analytics, and everywhere that you guys are saying is centrally located.
Tornado Alley. I'm not trying to get no swept up in a
Where's
tornado.
Tornado Alley?
It's like Oklahoma, all the
Oh,
way down
That's
to
yeah.
Texas.
But that's also that's like the Midwest too. Columbus was in Tornado Alley. They had the goddamn tornado alarms.
That's scary.
So I think that's the first poll, or I guess the first real question is, let us know down in the chat. Would you be willing to drive here to Vegas if we did
Right. If you're
we did
like in
a special
LA
show.
or
Because here's the thing. Also, I was talking to George about this. Like, I think they have to be super special. So it's not live on YouTube, maybe Patreon.
yes,
But like, it's a you got to
it's
be
a
there.
members. Yeah.
You got to be there to experience it because that's what makes it special.
Yeah. Well, you also can consider, because since we are talking about trying it in Vegas, for that go around, maybe it's selling virtual tickets as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
Definitely.
It just comes down to the point of I just got to know what y'all want us to do.
Y'all
Which
just,
it
but
sounds
y'all
like
know
they're
we live
down.
in a place where people want to come here anyway, just so they could get
Yeah.
wasted. So people may come just to come.
It'd be fun. It would be fun. But I don't want to leave our crawlers in there
Let's
too
get to
long.
the next one, George.
Our next
Hope
caller.
you guys enjoyed that
I got a
brainstorming session.
spinner wheel for the callers now.
Oh, he has a
so
spinner
yeah.
wheel.
I forgot.
Funny business. Here we go.
Oh, that's fun.
Alrighty.
I like
Last
the wheel.
4 digits. Oh, you know who it is? It's gonna be Duke.
Who's
Duke?
Duke.
He probably has his name on.
Duke's got his name on there.
Yeah.
Duke's got his name.
While we're pulling that up, somebody just said they would fly from Florida to come.
Oh, that would be so fun.
Duke, unmute yourself. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right.
Come on down.
It's *6, right?
No, I think for him it would be different. I think he's got a mute button. Duke, you are in the room.
Hello?
Hi, dude.
Hello.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Can you guys hear me well?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to be on the show. I've been following you guys for a long time, and man, I can't watch y'all show late at night. I get the goosebumps.
Yep.
I remember I did a whole binge watch of you guys shows, like from midnight to like 4 or 5 a.m. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You looked outside and saw it was daylight and was like, oh Lord, I didn't mess
I gotta
up.
go to work.
And do a salt bath. I'm like, nah, I'm not taking these negative spirits on me from these stories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to, be too long, but I do have a story.
Mm-hmm.
It was when I was younger. Like, how do I say this? Okay, so it was one time I was doing this little activity with my friends. We was drinking, we was having, some fun, if you know what I mean. And usually when I have those kind of fun, like, the herbs, I was talking about the great herbs. Like, I don't see things or, don't feel nothing. I just feel, nice and cool, relaxed. Then there was one time I got home, like, very late at night, like 4 a.m., 5 a.m.
Hold
And I
on,
was
Duke,
tired.
real quick. Does he sound a little muffled?
Yeah, Duke, are you talking on speakerphone?
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes, there
there
we
you go.
go.
Yep. That's much
There
better.
we
Yeah,
go.
that's my earpods. Yeah, that's
Ah,
my earpods.
okay.
Yeah, so I came home around like 4, 5 a.m. in the morning. I was just hanging out with my friends. It was like during the summertime. I got home, freshened up. And as soon as I was about to go to sleep, I saw like a dark, shadowy figure on my bed. It's like, it was like, how you say it? It's like a silhouette, dark figure. And I'm like, okay, I know my eyes is not playing me. So what I did was I rubbed my eyes, kept rubbing it. I looked at it. I'm like, oh, you there? So I'm like, listen, in my head, I was scared. So the first thing I did, I'm not gonna lie, I just went straight try punch it.
Yeah, exactly. It'll piss you off because what you doing here?
Yeah, I was scared. Don't get me wrong, I was scared. I'm like, let me punch it to see if it's real. And my hand just went through it. Then it just went away. But then, as I went to sleep, I still saw like the figure a little bit, like because when I sleep I like to cover my.
Hello?
Oh, did we lose you?
Did it mute?
No, he's not muted.
Duke.
You may have muted your phone.
Or something.
That was getting good. He
You
was
still in
squaring
there?
up
It was
with
getting
it.
There we go.
Oh, there we
you
go.
back?
You back?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
There
I'm back.
you go.
Yeah, so that was one like crazy experience for me.
So you squared up with a
And-
ghost.
Basically.
Yeah, I squared up.
Yep.
Yeah, I was like,
On
No,
me.
no hiding it. I squared up.
And listen, I can tell that he must watch my shit because it makes me mad. Like, I'm a scaredy cat, but if I see you and I'm not asleep, like you just chilling in my shit, like you pay the electric bill, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna
and
fight you.
I'm like, you don't pay the rent here. I was like, you don't pay no rent here. You can't just pop out and
Yeah.
stay on my bed like that,
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
and I'm from New York, so that's
I was about to say, where you from in New York? Because I hear it.
Yeah,
We
I'm
hear
like, come on, B.
It's not like you was about to say, I'm going to square up with you, son.
Dead ass.
And just, I have one more story.
Sure.
I'll say it quick. It was one time I was laying on my bed. It was during the day, like broad daylight. I was by myself. Like I said, I like to sleep with my, my eyes covered, or sometimes I have like, one my eyes covered and the other eye, not covered. Just, just so I could, see a little something. And there was one time, like I was sleeping by the door, and my door was closed because like the way my bed was positioned, it was very close by the door. I know it was closed. I saw like a lady. She was wearing like a white dress, just walked right past by me. Like I didn't see her whole body. It was just like the lower body. I just like, and mind you, when I saw that, I couldn't move at all. I'm like, oh my God, like, am I seeing what I'm really seeing? And then she went back and forth, back and forth. Then when she finally left, that's when I was able to like got up from my bed. I was like, oh my God, what did I just see?
Oh,
Like, what did I just saw? I was scared. I was like, oh no. Like,
do you live in an old house?
it was like an apartment, like in a building.
Oh yeah, is it an older building?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in New York is old for the most part.
No, they be having
like most
lofts
of the
and
building.
stuff brand new, but let me tell you something. Sorry,
Sorry, I didn't mean to clap.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Nah, that it's because them be the residents. Like it be everything be so old all the time. But I know in New York it be old, and them people used to jump out of windows and do weird shit because it was so many high buildings,
Oh yeah.
But that is scary. Thank you so much
Yes.
for sharing that.
No problem.
I appreciate the support.
No problem. No problem. Thank you. And I'll soon join your Patreon soon. Because,
Absolutely.
like, y'all have like the most interesting stories. And I follow your YouTube channel, Black
Thank
Quadrant.
you.
Like, the stuff you be posting, I'm like, yo, you know what? I can't be watching this at late at night.
No.
Hey, you
I
the
gotta
watch
same
it during
thing
the day.
mom say.
Yes, my mom be like, I cannot watch your content at night. My brother,
He watch it with his pistol.
yes, he said he'll watch it, but listen, I tell everybody I'm a roach. I'm mint. I only come out at night. I be scheduling a lot of my content. Like sometimes I'll schedule it at 5 p.m. just for the East Coast because I know it's dark. Like I'm a troll. So I appreciate everything, all the support, like, shares, whatever.
Yes.
I think we lost him again. Not lost him, but something is going on.
He's squaring up again.
He's squaring up with the ghost again.
He's back. He's back in the room.
I need punch sound effects.
That is crazy.
There's a lot of people getting physical with ghosts.
Man,
I think they're just tired of it.
Yes.
We definitely need like a fighting sound effect. That would be dope.
I mean, when we did our investigation, I was pretty confrontational
Yeah.
with the entity in the back.
Well,
I was working. I'm like, I'm not gonna let you bully me where I work.
Yep. And then on top of that, one of my mutuals on TikTok, Blizzy, which I know a lot of you guys probably follow. Like I feature her in my Haitian video. She tells Haitian scary story times. And I sent her my scary story about how I had to square up because it makes me mad because it's like you trying to intimidate me in my house where I pay good rent. Nah. Nope.
Unless you're gonna help.
Unless you're gonna help pay some of these bills.
So like, what if like the spirit comes in and they're keeping you up every night, but they $1,000 drops on your counter.
Oh, then you know what? As long as I'll give them his
Mikasa,
own room.
Sukasa.
They can have their own room. They paying $1,000. Shit, my that's almost half my rent is $2,500. That is a good piece of change. Let me keep my money. I'll get you a room. I'll decorate it nice and
However
scary.
you want. I'll leave a list. I'll decorate it.
Yep, on me. But you can't come here for free acting up.
Oh man, people were asking earlier in the show about a tote bag. It's up on the merch store now.
Yes,
Calls from Beyond. Get it so that way when you come here for your for our live show that we're gonna do, you can bring all your luggage in it.
Yeah.
I don't know how big it is,
but when we have other merch other than the tote bag, we have T-shirts,
I'm wearing
hats,
the hat. George's wearing the shirt, but you can't see it.
I know.
Stickers.
George is like that ominous. You too. You and Mr. Fresh are like.
Sorry,
Kelly.
sorry about that. As soon as I said the story, my power just went out.
Oh no! Don't say nothing else, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna let you know.
Leave that lady in the white dress alone.
Yeah, that lady in the white dress said, first of all, this was my shit. Yep, I got a name, and this was my shit long before it was yours. How creepy is, baby? I would have left the apartment.
That was because
I would have laughed. But thank you so much for sharing. I don't know. I was like, oh no, we lost them. But thank you so much. Like I said, we appreciate you. You can join us over on Patreon.
No problem. No problem. And sorry, just one quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, when would it be on Patreon? Okay.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out.
Oh, I said the show y'all did last week. When will you guys post it?
It's already up on YouTube. If you're talking about the one we're alluding to for Patreon, that one will be up tomorrow on Patreon. But the one we did last week is already up on YouTube and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Okay, because I didn't see it. All right, I'll double check.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Thank
you guys.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too.
Go said.
Said way too many shameless entities doing too much nowadays. Right. Have you no couth? At least introduce yourself if you're gonna be running around my house like a child.
You said you was gonna rent the room out to a ghost for $1,000.
Oh, for $1,000, sure can.
I don't want no
Mr. Fresh. It's called house hacking.
No, right. Listen here.
You guys have 2 dogs that provide no rent. Okay?
Right. Hello.
They
and I gotta
more.
feed them.
But at least they bark at the entities. You know what I mean? At least they like, hey, corner, roof.
Yeah, that's what I was like earlier. Whenever Mel was like, "Who's that black man behind you?" I'm like,
no.
I don't want to hear that shit.
This is what Noah said. She said, "Oh, that's just me. That's my shadow. That's a reflection." She said, "Nah."
That's a
we
man.
both know what I'm talking about here.
Nah, bro, that wasn't you. First off, that was not you.
That's scary. And she's gifted in that manner, and so I was like, "Thank you for telling me because he ain't supposed to be in here in the first place."
Needless to say, I'll be sleeping in my truck tonight.
Oh, okay. Listen, I'll be in there.
There's a pull-out. That's a pull-out bed.
No, listen. Paid a lot of money for that SUV outside. I turned my seat warmers on.
Seat warmers, you in the damn desert, you gonna overheat when you stay cold.
It get like 70, 78 out here now.
No.
It'd be cold in the morning. I turn the AC
Y'all
off.
have to excuse my husband's hemoglobin. He is anemic. He gotta be. It's not cold out here.
I took my Mercer this week.
Hey, see, but I tell you, he's anemic. Let's see. It says, "Lady in the white dress." Like, who said that you can tell our business on me? She got all the power off. That's scary as hell. I would have left my house.
George, who we got next? We getting too ignorant for to not be having callers.
There we go. To the wheel. We have 9218.
Come on down.
Come on down. The price is right. We need that music. Do they have that?
Caller, you're in the room.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing?
You?
I'm great. A little tired. I was running around my room. I'm sorry. I'm out of breath.
You're all good.
You all good.
Okay. But not to keep y'all long, my name is Taisha. Well, I go by Taisha. If y'all hear the deepness in my voice, yes, I'm trans. Okay.
That's okay, because I'm a whole woman, and guess what? Amazon still says, "Hello, sir." I swear, every time. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. So the first story I want to talk to you guys about is I was 14 and my mom's best friend's husband had passed away at that time. And we were at his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, so I'm sitting in the pew and the music's playing. You know, we're going out giving our condolences. We go sit down. And all of a sudden, I can hear the music in the background, but like, I can hear the music in the background, and then, what is it? Oh, it's like everything just goes silent.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, well, that's weird. So the choir that I can hear in the music playing becomes louder in my head. Well, out loud. Like everything goes quiet. All I can hear is the singing. But it doesn't sound like people singing. It sounds like angels singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I just see this bright golden light come from the corner of the church. And I was like, what the hell is that? And so it just like, it starts to like sparkle and kind of glitter a little bit. And the sparkles just start to come down. I'm like, okay. And then next thing you know, all of a sudden these, excuse my language, but these big ass diamonds just start raining from the roof of the church. And I'm like looking up, I'm like, does anybody else see this?
I was just about to
Am I
say,
the only
like,
one?
I would have been asking, okay, am I the only one that see this shit? Like, looking back and forth.
Am I the only one that sees this? And I was just like, okay. Big ass diamonds. Like, Noah, when I tell you diamonds the size of your hand, and they're just falling, cascading from the sky. I'm reaching out trying to grab them motherfuckers. I'm like, ooh, let me take one home. Like, I'm just trying to grab it so bad. And I'm just like, dang, why can't I grab my hand going right through the diamond? Diamond come touch it like by my hand. My hand went right through that thing. I said, dang, I can't even take one home. All of a sudden, that just cut out. And then it was like everything was just back to normal.
What the hell? At the funeral?
Yes, at the funeral.
Oh, that would have stressed me out. Like, that would have stressed me out. Because, you know, they say people like there is a white light that comes and gets them, or like that they can walk through whenever people die. Or at least that's what some of the people that had near-death experiences, and then their ancestors was like, nah, bro, you can't stay here. You got to go back. But I never heard of the diamonds or like what looks like sparkles. You only see that kind of stuff in the movies, like the little angel, you know, kind of thing. That is insane.
That's what I was saying. Yes. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but do I have enough time to tell like another quick story?
Yeah, if you can make it as quick as possible. I think we got, it's a line in there. I thought we only had the people on the wheel.
I can make it as quick.
Sure.
Okay, so the second one is my first premonition. Mind you, it scared the shit out of me. But anyways, so I'm having a dream, and at first I was feeling myself like I think I was having a nice little sexy dream at first because I remember saying before like everything else started to happen, and all of a sudden it switched over from like feeling good to like worriness, and it was just like boom, like I'm looking through somebody else's eyeballs.
Wait
and I'm running.
Hold on.
I'm running through a building.
That escalated so quickly.
Yeah. Wait, were you looking at a mirror?
No, I was asleep. I was running. I was asleep.
Yeah.
The dream just escalated just like that. Like I was feeling good at first, and the next thing you know, worry. And then I'm running. Like I'm running through a building that it feels like I shouldn't be running out of. Like it feels like I own it. Like it's a part of me. Like I just shouldn't be running out of this building, but I'm just running. And as I'm running, I'm looking at the person because I know it's not me who's running because I can feel the wind through my cornrows, and I don't have cornrows. I can see the tattoos on my body. I don't have many tattoos. I'm not light skinned either. I don't wear a tank top with black pants and a white handkerchief in my right pocket. So I run out the building and I run to the left. And I run down like between about four cars, in between the silver car and a white car. And I remember I fell to the ground. I put my hand up and I'm looking at the person in front of me. He got a gun. And he's just pointing at me. I'm like, wait, hold on. I got a family. Man, don't do this. You don't have to do this. I got a wife and kids. As soon as I said a wife and kids, that man shot me in my heart. What? And then he walked up on me and emptied a clip out into my chest. He just shot me all through my body.
Okay. But you don't have a wife. You don't, I'm assuming, you don't have kids.
No. Nope.
So who did this happen to that you knew?
4 days later, I look on my Instagram. It's Nipsey Hussle.
Wait, hold on. What?
Yes.
What? Wait, hold a goddamn minute. Wait.
Time out.
Think about it, falling between cars.
Yes. And you know, when you were when you were telling me this, I know someone very well that this happened to low key. But it was different, like running down a hallway. And that's what I was thinking of. Like, it wasn't them. They could tell it was not them, but they were living out the experience as if it was them.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Light skin, tattoos.
That is crazy. Have you ever, does anybody in your family have like a spiritual gift of any type?
Most of the women in my family.
Yeah. That is, well, I wasn't expecting that plot twist like a mother. I was not expecting that.
And he owned the whole plaza when
Oh,
he got
you
killed.
weren't expecting it. I wasn't expecting to wake up with the bullet. The stinging from the bullets. When I woke up, I could still feel it stinging my body.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And
I cried for a good day.
Yeah, because it's super crazy. I think everybody remembers where they were whenever they figured out that Nipsey Hussle was murdered. But you said that you felt like you were running from some place that you really weren't supposed to be running from, and that was yours, that you owned. And my husband is a huge Nipsey Hussle fan. He's like, well, he owned the whole plaza that he was killed in. Like, he should have been comfortable there. Damn.
Yep.
Oh, they're in the comments saying, like, they said, or another thing called retro. I've never heard of retrocognition. Oh, I'm going to have to look that up tonight.
I've never heard of that.
No. Oh, my God.
I'll give you a Google.
Oh, you're going to Google it for me? George is like our producer, but at the same time, he be on the computer looking up stuff for us.
Retrocognition, also known as postcognition or hindsight, is the ability to perceive past events through direct and extrasensory means. It's defined as the knowledge of past events that couldn't be learned or inferred through normal means.
This wouldn't be that, though. This was more of a premonition because...
Right. That's what I was just
This
thinking.
is beforehand.
Because this was
like
past.
4 days before
it
it happened.
It was before.
Well, somebody in the comments, Holly said, man, I believe it. I had a dream Frank Zappa yelled at me for wearing his T-shirt in his car. The next day, the news said one of his bandmates in the Mothers of Invention had died in his car. Wow. This is so crazy. I've got to like Google this. As a matter of fact, can you please email me? I would love to like cover a TikTok.
It's video time.
Yes, like if you can.
Definitely email you, Noah.
And, yes, and I'll tag you. I don't know if you're on TikTok, but I would love to share your story because that's different. That's probably the only call that we've gotten like that.
That was intense.
Yeah, because it was like a movie. I'm like, okay, who is this? Who is this? I'm thinking it's somebody you know, like just, average Joe Smo, not Nipsey Hussle. Oh, that is
That's
crazy.
what I said. That's exactly what I said when I scrolled on that Instagram and I seen his face. And his face just like went right back to my dream of what I was picturing in the dream. And I was just like, oh my gosh.
Thank you so much. Please email me. My email is in the chat.
Welcome.
It looks like Mari, thank you so much for posting it. My email is right there. So send me your TikTok or whatever and any other details so that whenever I do make the video, I can tag you in it.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, love. I appreciate you.
All right. You're welcome. Have a
You too.
That was definitely a first on the show. That was crazy.
That, like, literally, I've never heard of anything like that before. Well, I have, but we haven't heard it.
We haven't heard it in the flesh, yeah.
Yeah, shit. And, his murder is on YouTube.
I literally was, I can't pull it up, I'm imagining. But
maybe on the Patreon.
It's the first thing that popped up from CNN.
Yeah, well, it was all over.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
It's crazy I never actually went about watching it.
It's really messed up the way they did my boy Nipsey. I love Nipsey Hussle. I mean, I'm a Californian, so I think all Californians just collectively
I feel like my feelings was hurt because like I used to listen to Nipsey way.
It was his ringtone. And I'll never forget, I was upstairs. We were living in Columbus, and he's like, babe, somebody killed Nipsey Hussle. And I was like, what? It was insane.
I was at the liquor store that day.
I'm not as close. I know who he is now. But
Yeah.
at the time, I didn't know who.
Yeah.
Who that was.
I've been listening to him since Bullets Ain't Got No Name.
Yeah,
So it
yep.
was-
An old school Nipsey Hussle. But they caught the guy that did it. I mean,
Yeah, and apparently he had a poor defense. I work with one of the shows I produce out of here is a lawyer show. So I'm always like looking at like, oh, what was the defense like? Because then they're gonna tear it apart. Apparently, it wasn't very good, but
I mean, I think he
was
turned
caught-
himself in.
well, he was scared. They wasn't playing with him down there in L.A.
Like,
He had to turn himself in. It was safer in jail than it
yeah,
was out the
and
street.
probably still not even that
no,
safe.
it's
No,
not
not-
safe.
it's not.
He's probably on a 24-hour lockdown.
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about somebody who is connected, like connected in the streets for real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like it's a whole different vibe. You know, you got people from other gangs that's trying to ride for you. So
Yeah,
that's-
they were
that's
like,
a
I don't
big
even
deal.
care at this point.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Somebody said, I've had parallel world dreams before, if that makes sense. Yes. You've all had it. I had a dream last night that I was in a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, I have those all the time.
And I was whooping ass. And I knew that I was dreaming. I was like, this is fun. Make a dream or make a gun just come up in my hands and I would get it. Lucid dreaming is good whenever you know it's a dream. When you know you can wake up from it.
No, lucid dreaming is good whenever you know that you can't die.
Yeah, that too. I mean, some people believe that whenever you get close to death, if you die in your dream, you die in real life. Some people,
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, like that's exactly how it is.
Yeah, it's a strong correlation. I was shot in the head in one of my dreams.
Yeah.
And I've told that story a couple episodes ago, but
And that
Yeah.
that scared me because George never has those things.
Right.
When he told me, I was like, wait, for real?
When your cryptid friend tells you, I mean, he is kind of
Hey,
cryptid.
yeah.
'cause
No,
hangs
he
out-
is now.
Yeah, he hangs
Hey,
out
ever
with
since
us.
he's
been doing the show,
spiritualists and shit.
The moment I knew George was into it was when he told me, like, I want to say the first 3 months into doing Bizarre Junkies when it was called that. He was like, dude, I take my contacts out in the shower. When I step out, I'm like, he's like afraid something's.
yeah.
I didn't know you wear contacts. I'm supposed to have glasses on right now.
I
Probably
will
why I
never
always got
wear
a headache.
contacts.
She's
Nope.
super hard headed.
Oh,
I'm too though. I'm not gonna wear
Knucklehead.
contacts. I'll
yeah.
just wear the glasses.
No,
and let
I
them fall
buy
off my
her
face.
glasses. I buy her nice glasses.
Spend
Like
good money.
Yeah. Like, man, why are these
glasses.
glasses? Why are these Versace frames laying on the kitchen counter?
no, or in the bottom of the junk drawer. Everybody got it. Do you have a junk drawer?
I have a
Uh-huh.
junk house.
Do you have a drunk?
But yes,
a
we do.
junk drawer.
I have 4 of them.
I
yeah,
have 4
me
of them.
too.
Everybody got that drawer with miscellaneous mail. You be like, I'm
Yeah.
frying some chicken. Let me get one of them
Right,
one of them
hot
food
sauce packs.
advertisements.
I
Listen.
invested in a basket. I can't even fit
Oh,
all that.
yeah.
in there.
Oh, that's whenever you know you're getting old. Is whenever you start investing in junk
Get a-
baskets. I bought an organizer and I was excited.
We've been since we're homeschooling little man. We've been buying a ton of. It's
Bins,
so
storage,
expensive. Bins.
Yes.
Danette was a teacher assistant yesterday.
Yep.
That's fun.
I hope she was compensated extra. You know?
We got her Starbucks on the way.
Yep.
Okay.
There we go. There goes
Get
the
her
tip.
fired up for the day.
Yeah, and now I hear you have to buy her Starbucks. She's your employee.
Yep. That's exactly
All
right.
All right, George, who we got next?
Our next caller is going to be time for the wheel.
I love to dream.
Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. The
I hate
wheel.
dreaming.
Fun.
I had to talk about that today when I started therapy again, and I had to tell him when I was on Lexapro. No, I did not like it.
1734.
1734.
1734.
George is going to be more unhinged if we do this live.
Caller, you're in the room.
Hey.
Hello.
How you doing, fam?
What's going on?
It's Nicole again, also known as Purple Cherry in the chat. Hey, y'all.
What
How you doing?
up?
Hey.
Cherry.
Purple Cherry 2.0? Okay.
Yep, that's me. Hey, y'all. All right, so as you know, for my week before last, give everybody an update. I was the one with the Papa Legba story. All right, so I did say I was going to call and talk about other experiences,
Yes.
and this is joking. Noah forced me to tell that story. No, I'm kidding. But
I was hoping you came back to tell it. I was like, I don't want to say it. Yes. Listen, the universe brought you back.
Yes, it definitely did. And you know what? I love waiting. I do, you know. So, all right. So, just to recap real quick of what I said, you know, my family, my mother's side, always had, you know, like gifts and stuff like that. My mother told me this, that, you know, like she had a twin. Well, my mother passed away, but her twin's still alive. But she told me how my aunt would have like the visions. Like she had a vision that a few days before JFK was assassinated, that he was laying in her bed in the coffin, like as if he was dead. And then a few days later that he died. My Aunt Kathy, she had the dreams, you know what I mean? And so to sum it up, my mother used to believe that the trauma she went through with having me, because she was told by a doctor to terminate the pregnancy because it was the 80s, you know, and she was like 34, 35 at the time. So, you know, at that time, you know, it wasn't really, it happened, but you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. So when I came, she almost died and I almost died. I came out seizing and she wouldn't stop bleeding. So long story short, my mom always said that, you know, I think you're more special than what you perceive yourself to be, especially with all the stories she could tell me. But one of them, so there's two stories that kind of relate to each other. And this is not to knock anybody's religion. Do what you feel your spirit tells you to do. Just want to make that very clear. I believe when I was 4 years old, I was told my path a long time ago. So I had this dream, and I still remember to this day that I was 4 years old. I was eating Cheerios at this breakfast table, and we were getting ready to go to church. Okay. And so jumps for me eating Cheerios and me like, oh, church, you know, you're 4 years old. You don't want to deal with church.
Right.
But so I walk into the church with my family in the dream, and in the church, there is a black cloud, thunder and lightning, and evil organ music. That's the only thing I could think of what it was. And I was extremely scared. Like it was like nothing but like evil that I was feeling. And, you know, mind you, I'm 4 years old, so we're talking like still the 80s. So this is before like a lot of the scandal came out with churches and stuff like that. So, but ever since then, I never felt comfortable going into church. And it's not like I didn't try it. I didn't know about Wicca or any other type of spiritual journey that you can go on. So, you know, it's kind of forced down your throat when you're young, you know, like God, this, God, that, angels, you're going to go to hell, you know, et cetera. So whenever I went to the church, I just felt uncomfortable and I would need to leave. And I talked to many like so-called like deacons and stuff like that. And they said, oh, that's your sin, being scared. I'm like, God. I'm 4 years old. What the hell do I know about sin? You know what I mean? At that age, you know, so, but anyways, fast forward to 15 years old, just a fast forward. I meet this guy, this other boy in school. That's my first boyfriend, whatever. And he's into like Wicca, meditating and everything like that. So one day I told him, I said, okay, you want me to meditate? He's like, yeah, you should try meditation. You know, it's really helpful. And I was like, okay. He's like, you got to clear your mind. I'm like, how the fuck am I going to clear my mind? My mind is always constantly. He's like, no, just sit there, you know, and try it, you know. And so I'm sitting there thinking, now, one day we tried it. Okay. He's on the phone with me. Okay. My mother's with my stepfather at the time. Nobody's in the house. So I'm sitting there like, okay, in my head, I'm going, clear your mind, clear your mind. I figured if I kept on saying the sentence over and over again, it'll kind of block out the other thoughts that try to invade my brain. So I'm sitting there like, okay, you know, clear your mind, clear your mind. All of a sudden, I feel, and at first, it felt like a spider. But later on, I realized I felt like 4 fingers go down on my shoulder out of nowhere. And I thought it was a bug, like a spider, a big ass.
Right.
And so I'm jumping up. I said, "What the fuck?" And you know, his name was Scott. He was like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Oh my God, something touched me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "What do you mean something touched you?" I'm like, "Something touched me." I was like, nah. I actually turned around, and y'all know what I mean when I say this. I turned around, jumped up, and put my fist up like I was ready to fight.
Hello, listen. I like to tell people whenever I'm ready to square up with a demon or an entity, I like to act like I'm Popeye. put my hand. I'll be like this.
Roll the sleeves up.
Right, roll the sleeves up.
Oh my goodness. And you know what? It was like, I didn't feel like a menacing presence. I didn't feel anything. It was like someone saying like, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about it later on and I was just like, yeah, I'm not meditating again. I haven't meditated since. So I'm trying to work past that little trauma that I went through. But I think if I would have kept on going with that, I probably would have been more advanced than any of my prior family members has, because they weren't allowed to progress or open their pineal gland or embrace their gifts, you know? So, but yeah, it's, but yeah, it's, it was freaking, it was scary, but it was so interesting at the same time when I thought about it later on. And I loved it. You know what I mean? I hated it. I'm scared, but I loved it because I'm like, oh my God, I connected with something. And I don't know how, but I connected with something.
That's how I feel about all of
know.
this. It's scary and I don't hate it, but it is scary, but I like to be scared even though I'm scary. So I get it.
Right.
I love it.
Oh, well, I definitely have more stories. I just definitely want to tell that one. And I felt so bad because I just heard the other story where they saw the diamonds from the church. And I'm like, oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm calling in regards to an evil presence in the church. Like, I feel bad. That's why I said I just want to say.
Two things could be the truth at the same time. There is a lot of dark shit that goes on in the church, and there's a lot of light shit that goes on in there, too.
Right. And I just think it was somebody telling me, like, listen, this is not the road you want to take on. I'm going to kind of deter you from that church. You know what I mean? Because that is not your path. Stop listening to what not your ancestors, but your prior females in your family neglected to embrace. You know what I mean? So and that's what I'm doing. And it's hard. I'm doing my research and I'm just exhausted. And so, but I'm getting there. I'm doing my ancestor altar and all that. So, but anyways, I won't hold y'all up because I know there's other callers in the line that I'm dying to hear their story. But listen, y'all have a good night.
Thank
all
you. I think we have one last.
Yeah, we did get a cash app.
Cash app. This would be probably the last call for
and then we can get to the giveaway.
Yes, and then we'll do the giveaway. The people in the chat, you are welcome, or not in the chat, but in the waiting room. Are we gonna let it ride for a little while? And let them talk?
Yeah, we can do that
at
the very end.
Yeah,
because
there's still like a line, y'all. Y'all be blowing us up. Thank you.
Yeah, so the last four, George, are going to be 4566. Hey.
4566.
Now I want some Taco Bell. Y'all
I'm
always
getting some after this.
Caller, you're in the room.
Well, hello, everyone. Hi, George. Hi, Austin. Hi, Noah. Hello, everyone.
How are you?
Oh, and Mr. Fresh. Sorry about that.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
He jumped up. I just want to say, he was laid back in his chair. As soon as you said, he perked right up.
You made his night. Because most people be forgetting.
They're going to be driving home.
I've been waiting for somebody to say my name all night.
That's because they remember that you're here every 5 to 10 business minutes. It's all right.
Business minutes.
Well, I am the young lady who called last week with the reincarnated son.
Oh, yes.
And
man.
I was yes. Who likes his warm apple juice in the morning with his slippers and rolls.
Warm apple juice.
So I was going to just say something on that, but when you guys talked about fighting, I'm just going to say the D word. Oh my goodness, you just reminded me. I didn't grow up looking at scary movies. My mama wouldn't allow Freddy Krueger, Jason, none of that. Didn't get a chance to grow up looking at none of that. There was a movie out a couple of years ago, not too long ago. I guess it was called The Nun, and I never saw it. I couldn't even look at the previews.
Oh, facts.
I'm
with you.
George?
It's scary.
It is scary.
I went and watched it too. But
it's a masterpiece. Shout out to whoever made it because it's scary.
I'm looking it up right now.
So the new house that I stay in, it's a new subdivision. And I had a dream that thing, the nun, I guess, was downstairs by my front door.
Oh, no.
And I guess Yes, in the living room. And I remember at first I was a little frightened, but it looked like it wanted to come upstairs towards the children's room. And I just remember feeling so much rage and anger, like the fear went away.
Yes.
And I was asleep. Now, I don't know what I released towards it, but I could feel everything in my body. And this is while I'm asleep. I could feel everything in my body. I just sent something towards it. And it's like it went backwards and dissipated. My husband ran upstairs so fast to wake me up out my sleep to ask me, was I okay? And I was like, yeah, why? He said, you made the strangest sound. Now, he's all the way downstairs listening to the football game, so you know the TV isn't down low. But he said it woke him up, and he was in a totally different part of the house. Okay.
Wow.
But a few days prior to that, I woke up with the right side of my body bruised up.
Oh.
I just assumed maybe I fell out the bed, even though I don't have a recollection of it. I don't remember getting up off of the floor, but my right arm. Like my mom was like, is your husband beating on you? I'm like, no, I don't know where these bruises came from on my own. One of them looked like a bite mark. And then a few days later, I have that dream. I've never saged a house before prior to living here, but I did then.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And then and so fast forward a few years later, I to this current year, I got my reading from the Trinity Sisters. I apologize if I'm saying their names wrong.
Trinity Oracles. Yep.
Trinity Oracles. Oh my gosh. I love Erica. But she kind of confirmed what I was thinking. I was like, well, maybe my house is haunted. She's like, no, baby. You've just had a lot of deaths that's happened on that land. I was like, but this is a new build. This is a new subdivision. She said, I'm not talking about your house. She said, I'm talking about that land. And when she said that, I was like, it sent chills through me. But I had never had any other interaction, any other type dream like that. No more bruises on me once I did the saging and the Palo Santo. But my dog to this day, after a certain time, I probably said this.
Not the puppy.
I probably said this, but after a certain time at night, when I open up the back door to let him out, where he can just run out and roam free, he looks out there and looks at me like, who's going out there? No.
I ain't going out there. We going out there. If anything, I'm not going out there by myself. That is insane. But you know what? It's some new houses over in Aliante.
There's new houses everywhere right now.
They're all popping up, and a lot of them are haunted.
I wonder why. Why do you think they're haunted here?
Because
what was Nevada like 100 plus years ago?
Colonized the shit out of all of this land.
And not even that, but then all the mob ties from the early
mob
60s,
ties.
70s, 40s.
Let me tell you, it's so bad here in Las Vegas. The Hoover Dam.
Our last studio was haunted.
The last studio was haunted, and that was a semi-new build too.
Yeah, that was a newer construction.
Yes, a newer construction, and then like our dam, the Hoover Dam, is drying up. Bodies coming up, and
it's haunted too. Ghost Hunters did an episode there.
This is the thing about it. This land is what it was the problem, and then you got to think about it like this too. The things that you be afraid of, like you said, you didn't even want to look at the Nun preview. They will literally mimic what they know you're afraid of. Okay, so that's why I be trying to be like a strong black man, because I'm like, nah, you're not about to like, you will not scare me with my worst fear, which all they got to do is transform into a big frog, because that's the only thing, that or a big rat, and I'm scared of those more than anything. But try not to have fear, but keep saging it. Yes, I totally believe you. The land is the problem.
Well, I guess it doesn't help that I'm down in what they call the dirty south part of Georgia. I'm on the outskirts of the city, so I guess that didn't help any. But yes, and then this last thing, my son that's reincarnated, when his grandmother passed on his dad's side. Like we always try to do, we try to shield children. He was 6. He had just turned 6. And like I said, around 6, that's when he stopped talking about, his reincarnation or whatnot. He woke up one day and said, why were they putting dirt on top of grandma? Now, all this time we've been trying to downplay it with her being sick in the hospital and, the inevitable was, coming or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, baby, I don't know. Not to brush him to the side, but I was like, didn't know how to address that with a 6-year-old.
Right. Did she already pass by that point, or was she still alive in the hospital?
I want to say she had passed because they was planning the funeral, so she had passed by then.
But she wasn't in the ground yet.
Why were they nope, not in the ground yet. And he said, why are they putting dirt on grandma? And I was like, I don't understand. What do you mean? He's like, well, they're putting dirt on grandma. And he said, and what are the red and yellow flowers for? Okay, let's fast forward to when they did the burial and everything. I didn't let him attend or anything, and I feel bad because children need closure as well.
Yes, they do.
Do you know, right across from where they buried her was the oddest floral, man, the oddest, the reddest roses and the brightest sunflowers.
Wow.
A bouquet of red roses. And I was like, this little boy said she was over there by the red and yellow flowers. Man, man.
I know that.
So Noah, when I hear you talk about your daughter, it's like, is he going to end up?
Right.
See, you gonna have to call your son Walter from now on because he like warm apple juice. And
Yep. Give him an old name. That's Billy Earl and them.
Let him have his little robe.
Right.
He didn't seen some things.
No, somebody was teasing in the comments, and I was trying not to laugh because they said, where that comment at? I think it was someone who said something about get that baby his robe and his Wall Street Journal now.
He need a pipe cigar.
Right. One of them bubble ones.
Yes, and he loves to talk in numbers. He talks numbers. You ask him how he's doing. On a scale of okay.
Yes.
How you feeling?
The Dow Jones is down 300
are you tired?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Listen, and he's 9 now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he is. Yes.
Oh, that's a little
And
man.
he constantly talks in numbers. So I don't know, but thank y'all for letting me share. Thank y'all so much, and I just can't wait to hear the other shirts. And I am going to make sure I join both Patreons because I don't want to miss nothing from both sides.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I will be joining both.
Thank
y'all so much.
I appreciate you.
Good night.
Good night. That is crazy. That baby knows some things. He knows some things.
That baby probably knows the stock picks too.
I know. I'm about to ask him. I'm about to take him down to Prim and tell him I need the lottery numbers.
For real, I'm gonna ask him on a scale of 1 to 10. If I play 518,
right? Yeah.
What's the likelihood
of me hitting?
Maury said, "I bet he was affected by the stock market crash a few years ago."
Man, listen, that little boy got an 800 credit score right now.
He has a 401k that has yet to have been cashed. We might need to go hit him up.
That is crazy. I had a really good time tonight. It was a lot of good stories, a lot of things.
A lot of great stories.
Yeah, and for the people that missed it, it'll be a lot of content across all of the channels just because that was really, really good. The Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
How the baby knew that the floral arrangement or that dirt was gonna go on top of his grandmother. Man, y'all be
These stories get better and better every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yep.
Every week.
It just sucks that we ain't had nobody looking for werewolf puppies recently.
Oh yeah, I know. I missed the werewolf puppies. Damn.
We used to have some trolls.
Yeah.
Those were a good time. So if you guys weren't around for the troll times, make sure you tap into some of them old episodes.
Yep.
Help us get these watch hours so y'all ain't got to cash app us no more because we don't want to get cashed apped anyway.
Right. We wanted to come directly to the channel and all that good stuff. And yeah.
So I think next up is George already has the wheel ready to go.
Yes.
So we're gonna be doing 3 winners. First winner is gonna get a sticker. Second winner is gonna get a hat. Third winner is gonna get a T-shirt. Courtesy of Mr. Fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we ready for this giveaway?
Here we go now.
Yeah, we already are live. We already got a studio audience.
Who the hell is gonna win the first prize here tonight? We got Rick Kelly, 0125.
Rochelle. That's my patron. Go girl.
That's how that person with that voice would read that. Rick Kelly.
Rick Kelly.
I obviously knew that was Rochelle.
So go ahead and message me on Discord. These are also your guys' Discord names too, I believe. So
Okay.
go ahead and reach out to me on Discord. I will need your full name, address, social security number, last four of your credit card.
No,
Y'all bet
we actually
not.
need the whole credit
Actually,
card.
yeah, we need the
and
whole
the expiration.
and the expiration.
CVV. Make sure you.
I wonder if she's still here.
If not,
they'll
that's
see the
what a
replay.
pleasant surprise to wake up to this.
Yeah.
Oh, you won.
Yeah.
All right. So now our next winner is going to be getting the hat.
Alrighty, here we go.
Or was that for the sticker?
Yeah.
Okay, that was for the sticker.
As the wheel spins, the chances grow. JJ Craig.
JJ Craig.
That's an OG supporter right there.
That is so cool. All right.
So go ahead and message me on Discord that you are getting a hat, the same one I'm wearing right now.
Yep.
JJ Craig.
Actually, very nice.
I should have left it on a little bit
On
longer.
my bald ass head, they feel nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, George has one too. Yeah, he's
I
bald as
hope
well.
they're here. Well, I guess they'll just figure it out whenever they wake up.
If you
'cause
found
I'm
it in
like,
the morning, tell us
Yeah, I
that
did.
you found it.
In the morning, I'll see because I'll check my Discord and I'll have a message.
Yeah, well, they can't see me. I'm bald too.
You are not.
I wish I was as bald as Mr. Fresh.
His
I'm
hair
bald
thicker
too,
than
y'all.
mine. So he got more hair than me and it's short.
JJ Cray is in the chat.
There we go, JJ Craig. Congratulations.
There we go.
All right, t-shirt time?
T-shirt time. This is our last winner. Damn, it's rowdy crowd George brought in.
Oh, hell no.
J-Otch.
I can't see that far. Y'all know I'm old.
You know who you are,
His
though.
eyes is bad, child.
J-Otch?
Yeah. J.
I
I don't know either.
I would
But they're
imagine.
on Discord. They can go and message me.
Congratulations, though.
Congratulations.
Congrats, a t-shirt. Please message Austin on Discord so you can tell him what size and we can get your t-shirt to
Yeah,
you.
because if not, I'm going to assume you're a 3X and I'm sending a 3X.
Or you can send a small.
Or I could send at least a 3X if we're in the same
Right.
shirt. A
What-
small.
Send me a
minute.
small. I'm getting one nipple in there. That's it.
Right. That's why I'm like, where did the extreme size difference come in? It escalated super quick.
So I'll give him a 3X, and he was like, "Nah, give him a
Jacinda.
child."
Jacinda, thank you. Congratulations, girl.
Congrats. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Yes.
Miss Black Culture, what do you got going on? I've seen a lot of activity coming over from you.
Child, I'm tired. Of course, YouTube, TikTok, if they'll have me. You know, I'm on my last run with them. I'm in trouble with TikTok. But you can find me on TikTok, Patreon, YouTube. And in Bali next year, again, I only have a couple more spots left. I know you don't have to pay for the whole trip up front. You can reserve your spots with $524 and make payments throughout the year. Okay, so if you're interested in traveling with me and, fucking around and finding out and doing spiritual shit, I'm telling you, I'm about to go see where this little ghost place is in Bali. But if you would like to come, I will be leaving the link down below for you to book.
We'll also be in Miami in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, I sure will be in Miami. I'm gonna have such a good time on my excursion, but I will be in
And we're
Miami.
gonna film a video, right? So it's a write-off.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
We're going to the Bahamas too, so.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Bahamas is a portal. We're gonna write that off.
Hey, listen here.
For all intents and purposes, the IRS, if you're watching this is just for content creation purposes only.
We're not going to have any fun, I promise.
None. It's strictly business.
We do not have the drink package.
Nope. Not at all.
At least on business hours.
Of course.
I'll drink on business hours. We work from home.
Yeah, what are business?
When you own
Every
your
day-
own,
yeah,
when you
every
own
day's
your
Friday
own
and Sunday.
business, you can do what you want.
That is true. We can do whatever we want.
Oh, longer live. My booty is already
Yeah,
dead.
they want longer live.
Already dead to the world. You know what? Y'all just love us so good. Y'all just love us down. Where can they find
I'm going to need
y'all?
Alexandra to start sponsoring us.
I
If she starts
know.
sponsoring us, we could go live longer.
Listen.
Start super chatting $100 and we'll definitely contemplate
Not
it.
$100. But where can we find you at?
So you can find me at the Truly Bizarre. The Ghost Hunt, I promise you, is almost done now. I'm
Yes.
in the final stages of it. I showed you some creepy shit from it last week.
Yeah, I was like, wait a goddamn minute. I said, I'm so glad that wasn't the one I was on, you know. So
Yeah, I think you would have been frustrated with it because it was very
it
frustrating.
was trickster energy.
Trickster energy throughout the woo-ha.
Is that the one where we was in the mine?
We went. I mean, we didn't go in it, but yeah, there was the mine shaft on the property.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, George and I are too big to be going down. The ladder broke off halfway through. Like the ladder goes down halfway, and then you can see the other half down
There's
at the
a
bottom.
very good chance that if you went down there, they
wasn't
would
coming
need
back
to
up.
call the local authorities to pull you out.
You would have to get.
And meanwhile, like, I mean, terrifying. Like, by the
Pitch
time
black.
the authorities get there,
You're already dead.
ooh, Mr.
Yeah.
Fresh, you hit it right on the head.
But you can also find me hosting Calls from Beyond with the fabulous Black Cauldron.
We're here every Tuesday. I
Every
know
Tuesday.
there may be some new people in there. Chan, I see your comment. I don't know when you came in, but it's been 3 hours, baby. I really don't know what you expect. We should all just starve to death and stay here all night and take as many calls as we can. Thank you to the people in the chat that is telling them, like, it's been 3 hours. And actually for us, it's been 4.
It's been 4. We did an extra show earlier.
Yes, we did. But, you know, we do what we can. And I appreciate everybody for being here.
Yes, we do. George, what do you have going on? You've been posting.
Something that this group of followers would really love to hear about is on Friday, Rachel Yucatel, she is having a live stream with Amy Tripp. Amy Tripp is the astrologer that broke the news about Joe Biden's exact exit date. She predicted it like 3 years ago. And so she's going to come on and read the charts and see who's going to win the election based on like numbers, what do they call that? Numerology mixed with astrology.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
What's her name again?
the podcast, you can find it on Rumble. It'll be Misunderstood with Rachel Yucatel.
She said, "I'm about to be."
I'm a nosy bitch.
So,
okay?
but when the show goes over and it does well, I would love to have her as one of your guests, possibly that comes on and
spills the tea,
spiritual tea. So dope.
Yeah, even just listen to some of the calls, maybe see how she dissects what's going on. So that's what I got going on for everybody in the chat right now to get excited about.
And Pin and Pull.
Yeah.
Also Pin and Pull podcast. I told you, push the product.
Push the product.
It's a football.
It's a football podcast
you would
with
do
my
really good on
brother.
that. Yeah.
I'm doing the thing, weekly episodes. He plays college football. The season's about to start. If you want insights,
It's about
you
to
got
start
check
catching
out
bodies.
the show. All right, that's it.
Okay, Mr. Fred. And now last week I was like,
yep.
or the week before, I'm like, you have to like say where they can find you at because you created like a little community of people that love you in the chat. So where can they find you at?
All things fresh.
Oh my gosh.
My name changes on different places. I'm on IG.
Okay.
What is it?
YouTube, obviously.
I'm sorry, he's new, y'all.
I'm
He's
on
new to
IG.
this.
I'm on IG. I'm on YouTube. Yeah, we all are.
Many fresh.
I don't do this for monetization.
No.
I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
But my name on IG is MannyFresh518.
That's how you know he's not a content creator because you got like
He had to look.
MannyFresh518 _802.
No, 518.
Just
My birthday is May 18th, so 518 is significant to me.
Yeah.
So on most platforms, I'm either 518 or 412.
Well, me and him have been talking about doing something together as well. So he's talking all that shit now, like, oh, I'm not.
And then in 2 weeks, make sure y'all like the Patreon. Make sure y'all like the live.
I'm not opposed to that. I would definitely like to create my own lane, but I don't want
watches
to.
a lot of football
I don't want to
podcasts
ride the
and
wave
stuff.
of whatever Noah's doing. I want to stand
He
on
wants
my
to
own.
forge
too.
his own path.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm here, y'all.
Yeah,
and I'm
he's
always
here.
gonna be here.
And
Mr. Fresh, we're gonna have you on during the college football season.
No, I'm
with it.
He should go because like that's all he watches on YouTube. I don't even think he watches my videos. That's all he watches.
I'm getting love.
But
I appreciate it.
my Steelers brother, yeah, that's right. Go Steelers. Don't say nothing else
I ain't
because I see
saying
you over
nothing.
shaking your head.
I ain't saying
No,
nothing about anything.
it's all good. I can't wait because I'm wearing my Steelers jacket next week. I'm coming I'm wearing the
90
jersey, the
degrees.
matching Jordans.
I'm gonna bring a charger in the studio then.
bring whatever you need to bring, but y'all ain't gonna be better than us, buddy.
Yes, I literally. He's talking about he gonna wear his Steelers jacket. It is 90 degrees. That is a diehard Steelers fan. He do not care.
You're gonna come in here 20 pounds less from sweat, and he's gonna
Oh,
be like,
don't make me pull out the poncho from
Oh
Mexico.
no, he has.
I have one
that's
too.
wool.
I have a Chargers poncho.
Oh,
from
got
Mexico
two- I
too.
got
Have
two
to
different
go
ones
on-
though.
You guys gotta wear it and then go on.
And George is the mediator, and his brother's just on Zoom being like you guys are a bunch of nerds.
We can sit there and take a shot of chocolate milk, like. Jeez.
All right, guys.
All right, we'll let it go for now. But again, follow us on all of our platforms. Of course, we have it here, but we do have Patreon. We both have our own independent Patreons. I teach spirituality. He is just a creepy, cryptic guy. So just follow us on all of our platforms, please.
Remember, she won't message you on IG.
I won't.
Because I won't message you on IG.
Please don't get
We're not
scammed, dog.
soliciting anybody
Nope.
for any services. I promise.
Nope.
George, are we letting them chat in the chat? Or is there anybody in the?
He's getting the good music. Oh man, there's
no,
a
I
bunch
think
of
they all
Steelers
hung
people
up
coming.
anyway. So.
Yeah, there was 2 callers in there, but I'm just gonna close it down for the night, guys, so that way we can end the night on a soothing note.
Yes.
I hope you
I
guys.
think he likes the meditation music.
He does.
I like it too. You guys like the meditation music? I think they do.
Tonight, I'm gonna give you Roots versus Seeds.
He can't even hear it, so it's gonna be something totally ominous. All right, everybody, take it easy. Have a good rest of your night and week. We'll see you guys next week.
Adios.